As you have trudged back through the desert, the scorching sun finally begins to set over the horizon, and you can feel the chill of the wind just blowing over you guys again. Irk, you finally started feeling better than you have in quite some time. With just everything that's been going on, you finally feel like you're getting this pep in your step once again. Though you're still riding Dogecoin, you feel like your just energy's returning to you. In the distance, you all can see the Kalrez ruins as you begin your approach. As you see, all the orcs are still wandering around, trying to act business as normal. You see the Kuotoa on the throne, or next to the throne, but they don't seem to be worshipping anything or really doing much. They seem to almost be catatonic, as if they feel like they have no purpose. And you lot just begin to make your way back into town. Linnea has been very quiet for a majority of this trip, seeming to be in just a state of thought. As all of you begin to continue your way through the desert, the orcs kind of begin to hush down and just watch you as you pass. As you begin to pass by all these orcs, you can see the 3 statues that still stand in front of the pyramid. Gobgul still has not become unpetrified.
How many days has it been?
It's been a day and a half since you left the underground pit.
Awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we bring Gareth and Gobgul into the hut?
You did.
I believe it's only Stonks that's outside at this
You
point.
did. I was wondering why they were not there. I was like, I swear I thought we had them out there. No, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. Yeah, so Stonks is still at the front of the pyramid, but at the house is Gareth and Gobgul. So it is your choice on where you guys are wanting to go to use this single-use potion of depetrification.
Well, I think in this case it's between Gareth and Gobgul, so we probably would have headed back to the hut to discuss.
Okay. So then, let me go ahead. I will move you guys. I will go ahead and move you all the way over to the hut.
Why is it that picture of Donkey? I'm sorry. I just noticed.
What, that specific picture of Donkey?
Yeah, that's that.
Because it's a
I
parody.
think you mean Stonky.
Sorry, carry on.
That's Stonky. Get it
Legally
right.
distinct.
Stonky. Legally distinct. You're right. My bad. It's just caught me off guard.
Yeah. So as you guys enter into the house, you can obviously see the 2 statues. Linnea is beside herself currently as she just pulls out the potion. And she says, I can't make this decision right now. I know we need to save Gareth, but Gobgul could also help. I don't know. And she just shoves the potion basically into the arms of Jade, like kind of forcefully against your chest. And she just kind of walks away to go clear her head, as she seems to be in a state of distress.
Well, okay. Do we need to put this to a vote, or
Is it not just easily Gareth?
I mean,
Because that will be in the next couple days, right?
No, Gobgool will be fine. I think Linnea's more torn up about stonks.
I'll do what I can. Uh, eventually.
Well, yeah, I mean eventually. Well, the good news is stonks is not really going anywhere, so it should be fine.
So
Um,
I do have some good news. Uh, you know that spell that you use to get your hair fixed?
oh yeah, yeah,
Feel like I might be able to do it soon. I don't know how soon, but
but
it,
like reasonably soon.
yeah. So at
Maybe
least,
just like a hand lengths away.
as I'm like pondering with my like hand on my chin.
Oh, okay. That's good. Um,
But uh, yeah,
yeah, maybe we just do. Let's do Gareth. I feel like also Gareth.
Gareth probably knows a way to get uh Stocky. Uh,
Yeah,
maybe he's smart. He'll figure it
and I
out.
know he hasn't been gone that long, but it really feels like he hasn't been with us for like weeks. Um,
Wow.
so I feel like we should probably, right?
All right, let me handle this.
Okay. I hand the potion to him.
All right,
Urk's
so
gonna put a hand out before you do.
yes,
Urk
Oop.
just has one thing. Men say if we kill dragon, then we can unpetrify everybody.
That's true.
that
Is
is.
that
Go ahead.
something? Sorry, is that even possible?
Urk not know, but not think that Rockman lie.
That does sound good. There just seems to be just two small problems in my head. One, uh, I don't think that they'd give us the recipe, even if we bring them three dragons at this point. I think they think that we're barbaric and stuff like that. The other issue is that that dragon is just honestly doesn't deserve to be hunted. It it's its own part of this nature. Like I don't, personally I wouldn't feel comfortable hunting a dragon that just is still grieving over its mom. Like unless it is what we need to do, but I don't. It just seems like an unneeded hunt.
I
Dragon's mom is dead. Maybe we reap them.
okay, that's a little
It could
terrifying.
be.
Um,
And rock people say that dragon cause problems for them. So maybe if we kill dragon, they not be mad at us.
I
Well,
think
I
I, I just think maybe we should stop trying to kill things as a solution every single time. Maybe.
Urk's gonna roll his eyes extremely exasperatedly at this suggestion that we not
uh,
kill things.
I are you
I
not?
don't.
Are you
I
rolling your eyes at us?
Not killing, boring, weak.
well, on the one hand, killing is kind of what got us kicked out of there in the first place, but on the other, we kind of our group does tend to do what we have to do in many situations to uh make it so that it's the easiest uh way for us to do it, like which is understandable. as like Brillo just like starts walking forward with the potion, and goes around. What is this red thing here?
That is Gareth.
All right, as you see Brillo standing at like knee height, Brillo just pours the potion on his knees. No, I'm kidding. Brillo like climbs up. I just realized I'm not like the right height for this. Irkbluz,
Urk will give
I
him a boost.
I
Yeah,
feel it.
he'll, like pick him up by the waist.
Or gives Brillo's uppies.
Eric, uppies.
Thank you. All right. All right. My arms are already comfortable in this position. Okay. As Brillo then just like pours it all over, trying to like get it even as he can with his short arms. Uh, Aiming to just like cover Gareth with his potion.
I thought he would just do like the Formula One drivers. So he'd just shake the ball and.
It's carbonated. You begin to pour this potion all over Gareth as you watch the potion begin to like cover him.
Real quick, sorry. Before I do that, I would like to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pull out some rope,
Okay.
What?
and I'm going to tie it around his ankles
Okay.
in a
I'm
sailor's
slightly
knot,
terrified.
and then I'm going to pour the potion.
Okay. You tie it around his ankles in a sailor's knot, and you pour it all over him. As you see the potion beginning to run down the statue of Gareth, you begin to see smoke rising off of him, as if an acid is eating away at it. You watch as the stone almost begins to melt off of Gareth, beginning to reveal flesh. Gareth, we're going to go to you real quick. So for you, the moment you are in right now, you're in the middle of battle. There's 2 Dragonbone golems in front of you. And you've just casted the most powerful fireball you have in a very, very long time. Potentially even ever.
And
You
just
feel-
before I was turned to stone, I was attaching the god killer.
Yeah, the staffs.
Anyways,
Ye-
continue.
You attach these staffs together as the last thing you see is pitch black as you're completely encased in stone. You wake up on a sandy shore. None of your belongings are with you, but the only thing you're wearing is this strange, like, tan cloak. As you look around, there doesn't appear to be anyone else with you. And the only thing beyond this shore is just pitch black water that seems to come and go and just recedes and comes into tide. As you're looking around, you see a small wooden dock with what looks like a small boat. And there's a man that's standing on the boat. And he seems to be staring at you. You cannot see the man's face as it is hidden inside of a black cloak.
I will approach him cautiously, since he is the only other being I see. Maybe he has some information on where I am.
You begin your approach to him. As you be very cautious, you begin to take your steps onto the dock. The sound of the wooden dock echoes throughout this area, as the head of this figure just seems to follow you, as if he's just watching you. And before you know it, you're just standing in front of him. You're not on the boat, but you're standing right off of the dock. And without saying a word, his hand comes out of the cloak, and he just gestures for you to step into the boat with him.
And where is this boat going, may I ask?
He does not answer you. He remains silent.
anything about this area strike any memory?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
That's a 22.
22. Oh yeah, I was like, where is it? I see it in the roll 20. This place is very, very familiar to you. Though it's fuzzy, you feel you've potentially been here a few times before.
Alright. I guess I will go with you as long as you will take me to my friends. Loosely stated.
You step into the boat. It doesn't sway back and forth like a normal boat would, as it seems fairly sturdy. You sit down, and you watch him grab this stick that's next to him and push off from the shore as you go out into the water and begin to flow down this black river. The man then begins to speak to you. You've been here a few times before, Waychild. I believe this would be your third.
So you know who I am? Can you tell me where I am?
Not many board my boat more than once, as I deliver them to their final resting place.
But I am not like most.
You are not.
I seem to be more like a feline. I've got many lives, apparently.
But even felines eventually run out of lives, Waychild.
Yes, they do. Or luck.
He says, though you've been here a few times, you constantly ask the same questions, but I am happy to answer. You may stay here as long as you like, asking your questions, before I bring you to your destination.
And what is my destination?
You are currently in a state of limbo. You are not dead, yet you are not alive. Therefore, I'm bringing you to another who has seen you many times before. The god Cronus and his domain.
Oh shit, not him. I don't think he'll be happy to see me.
He says, he does not like being interrupted. But once you give him my name, he will understand the purpose.
And what is your name?
I go by many names, but you may call me the Ferryman.
Oh shit.
As you look down into this water, as you almost see things moving in it, as the water begins to change from black to almost have these green glowing like fluorescence inside of it that just constantly come and go. And you realize that these are souls that are in the water, and they seem to be traveling to their afterlives. Is there any other question that you have, Waychild?
So if I've been here before, have I died or always been in limbo?
Every time you've come here, you've been in limbo. When you die, you'll know it.
Now, do I have any of my arcane focus, or do I just have a robe on?
You just have a robe on.
So I have nothing else. Oh shit. Well, it seems I am at your mercy.
Those who come to death's door are always at the mercy of death. Some beg, some accept their fate, some even try to run. But death always catches us in the end.
Well, I don't see any point of running. Because if I am in limbo, I have no control here.
You are wiser than most.
I feel it may be a waste of my abilities to try and run.
You can see a shore coming off in the distance. And you see that there is a small wooden door that sits upon the shore, attached to a wooden frame. But there doesn't appear to be anything beyond it but darkness. He says, "Do you have any more questions for me?"
Have you seen Shane?
Says, "Shane. You asked about him before. And as I've told you already, he is bound in servitude in the 9 hells. To a devil."
And if he's bound in the 9 hells, is there a way I can save him?
Depending on the devil that he has made the deal with, you may be able to save him. The contract would either be broken, or someone must take his place.
And you know the devil that has him under contract?
That is not for me to tell.
It was worth a shot.
You feel your boat slide up onto the sands of the shore. He says, "This is your destination."
Well, I believe it is customary to give 2 silver to the ferryman. So here you go.
You reach-
I go
you-
to reach and grab some coin.
You go to reach and there's nothing there. You're like, oh, wait.
Well, I tried.
He says, "You at least know the customs, as most are not allowed to ride upon the ferry without payment."
One day we will square up, ferryman.
Say that one more time.
One day we will square up, ferryman.
That we will. But I do believe I may see you sooner than you realize. Not for death, but for a deal. As you see him, like, pat his hip, and there you can see an axe that he is carrying with him.
You have the axe.
Says, "It has been entrusted to me, as it was once mine."
And how will I get it from you? Can I get it from you now?
You cannot take any possessions from here back to your living body. For you to contain the axe from me, you must make your way to me, to the River of Styx.
That is going to be quite a journey. And I believe I have a plan.
As you always do, Waychild. With that, he gestures toward the door behind you. And when you look at it again, you can see that the door is just slightly cracked open.
Are there any sticks upon the shore?
There are no sticks upon the shore.
Damn it, I need a walking stick.
I thought you were making a joke because it's the river Styx.
No.
That's a good one, though. That is a great pun.
Don't put your hand in
Trying
the
to
water.
find
You'll
a
get a
stick in the stick.
splinter.
Alright. Well then, ferryman. I will see you again. Hopefully this time. Hopefully that time I will be alive. But now I must travel through this ominous door and go see my good friend Cronus.
He says, "Very good. Then I do hope to see you once again. But be warned, you are not the only one seeking the axe, as another has approached me and is completing the trials as we speak."
Well, then I must make haste. And I will do my Gandalf run.
Fly, you fools. You begin to pick up your pace to the door a bit as you reach for this door and push it open. As you begin to step through, you're enveloped in a kind of darkness. You don't remember much, but you can faintly begin to hear what sounds like muffled speaking, and it almost sounds like Brillow, as you feel your stiff limbs and everything begin to loosen up, and your vision slowly beginning to fade back in, as you can see Brillow being held up by who is pouring a potion on top of your head.
Yeah, we're face to face. Like, I'm just looking at you directly in the eyes.
That's a terrifying thought to wake up to.
And you fully are unpetrified as you wake up and are completely back into the game. Let me go ahead and get your token back up.
So, like, is this gonna take, like, a few, like, minutes or hours? Oh, shit, he's back.
Oh,
There we go. Boom. There you go. And Gareth, you are now officially back.
Perfect. But now, God, that is terrifying.
That's just right up your face.
oh.
Where's the golem? Where's the golems? Were they defeated?
If you step over there, you'll figure. You'll see.
Dexterity saving throw?
Do you need a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, because my feet are tied.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and make me just a dex check, not a saving throw, just a check.
It's the same. +1.
Oh, snap.
21.
My goodness.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you step
Spry
forward
feet.
and feel your legs get kind of stuck together, but you tuck and roll forward, and as you jump up, the ropes come undone and land into your hand.
Damn it! I'll get you next time.
Next
For
time.
some reason,
Gadget.
after the petrification, just your joints and everything feel refreshed and feel really, really good.
Oh, it's always good to have a nice stone bath every once in a while.
It's nice to get stoned every once in a while.
Yeah. All right. seems we are all here. Jade, it's good to see that you are not petrified either.
Well, I did get. I also died. It's a story.
Yeah, we're down to diamond.
We're down at diamond.
Oh yeah, Jade, can I
Yeah.
hold 30 plat?
Could you have 30 platinum?
Yeah, can I hold 30 plat? So I can buy another diamond.
I. Fuck it, sure.
Ah, you're the best.
Brillow is the American health system. I saved your life. Now give me money.
Super true.
No good deed goes unpaid.
Now how
No,
I think that's the saying.
Oh,
I
goodness.
removed 3 plat from my sheet on D&D Beyond, so I just updated it.
now,
Alright.
now what do we do about this fellow?
You look over Gareth and you realize that's Gobgool, who's completely petrified.
Do we have a way to solve his predicament?
Yeah. It's been about 3 months since you've been petrified. So, about...
3 months.
Oh, sorry.
What has happened?
3 months, a day and a half. So we got like another day and a half left.
3 months, a day and a half. Do we have the other weapons?
Oh no. We honestly
What
we
have you been doing?
Well, we were trying to save you. Was that the wrong thing to do?
For 3 months?
Yep.
Oh yeah, well, Brillow's kind of giving you he's rounding down. Let's put it that way.
I'm checking to see if your heart's beating.
Rick's gonna like kind of scratch his head confused. Does month mean something different in common now?
Yeah.
No, I was doing
a
something
few
better.
years. It's been really tough without you, Gareth. Linnea's dead.
Linnea's
Just
dead.
lying your ass off.
Dear Lord.
I'm not, Eric. I'm not misinforming. I'm just lying.
Yeah, we're just making
Just-
sure your heart's working.
Yeah, no.
No, it still doesn't beat.
Oh shit. Well, we tried. Anyways, none of that's true. You've been out of action for a day and a half.
Actually,
Two
it's been like
days and a half.
it's been like 3 days.
Yeah, so like 3 days. Math's hard. Math is hard.
3 days. That is 3 days we need to make up. Apparently, somebody else is doing the trials for the God Killer Axe.
Did you see that while you were dead?
I
Or
was in
Stone?
limbo. I was talking to the ferryman who has the axe. So we must go now. Who has the other shit, what the fuck is that bag called? Who has my other bag of holding? Give it to me now. We must go. Hey, post haste.
What?
don't you have your bag of holding? Right
Don't
there.
you have it?
I have 2. I think Brillow has my second one.
Yeah.
Yes, I need it. We are going to the 9 hells, to the River of Styx.
You're not gonna put one in the other, are you?
No, that would be absurd.
All right. As you
I'm
just
gonna put the other one in that one.
wait, but who's gonna hold all the liquid vials of luck? As you just see like Brillow like show the like 50 or something vials of luck that he still has, realizing that he
That's the
probably
prominent concern.
You're concerned about liquid luck?
yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
lot.
yes,
I
it is-
can't carry all this without it breaking.
What are your cheeks for?
My cheeks?
Linnea
Yes,
comes back
aren't
at
you
this
as
point.
well?
Right. Linnea's not dead either.
I'm glad to see you're okay.
Thank you. But we must.
You gotta
must make
die.
haste. I had it come. What?
What do you mean we have to die, Brillow?
You said that we gotta meet the guy at the river Styx. Didn't
No,
you
no,
do that while
no.
you were like
We
half dead?
can't die. We have to get there while still being alive.
Oh.
Hold on. You're saying you want to go to the River of Styx? Like the afterlife.
Precisely. Yes.
Isn't
But-
that normal?
I've
Hasn't
been there many times. It's nothing. Pish posh.
hasn't everyone kind of forgotten what we have what's coming up quite soon?
What is that?
The raid.
The raid's in 7 days. We can be back in. We can be there and back in less than a day.
No. The raid is not in 7 days. The raid is in 6 days.
You're not helping.
I may not be helping.
I thought it was at 5.5.
I guess, yeah, at this point it would be 5.5. She says, it's going to be in just a few days, though. How are we going to get to the River of Styx, the afterlife, and back in just a few days?
Well, I've got one way. As he produces a flame in his hand.
Can you let us know before you do it?
Well,
Just like pat his chest. Do me. I can take it.
Ah! Irkbluz, can you put me down, by the way? As you
No.
just see, like, Bill.
I believe this is not the right idea.
would've
We
put you
can't
down
just
by
be
now.
killing each other. Listen, Gareth, we've been through quite a bit since you've been gone. Stonks is still petrified, and Gobgle said it would only be a few days. I don't know how long it is until he's unpetrified. But without him, Stonks won't come back, and then we have this promise, and I can't.
what promise?
We made the promise to Gobgle that we would raid with him. If we can't guarantee we're going to be back in a few days, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Because I've made a blood pact with him.
I've been to the River of Styx. Okay. Hold on. I've been to the River of Styx while in limbo. Does that count as being familiar with being at the River of Styx?
So every time that you try to think about the River of Styx, your memory is very, very fuzzy about it, as if it's being repressed. Since you were
Okay.
never, like, living there, technically.
Okay. Because I still have the teleport scroll.
Well, the teleport scroll only works on the same plane that you're on. It doesn't let you.
yes,
You
right,
need
you're
plane
right.
shift
Never
to be
mind.
able to do that.
Yeah. Or we're still.
Listen, it's late right now. I think we all just need some rest. Perhaps we discuss this more in the morning.
Urk have one idea.
Er,
What if we kill dragon that rock people talk about? If we do that, we can make Gobgul not stone, and maybe he help us. And then he's gonna point to Jade. I mean, he could turn Jade from stone, so maybe he has magic powers to help get us to 9 hells.
I mean, it's possible.
that is fair, but that's an adult blue dragon we're talking about. Do you even think we'd be able to survive? I mean, last time we saw it, Brillow was inside of Jade's mouth, and Jade was terrified.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to bring that up.
What? What? What did I miss?
No,
What?
no.
What was Brillow and Jade's mouth? Is this another one of your stories you're writing?
Book 2.
No, no. He was a frog, and it turns out I turn invisible when I have a frog in my mouth. So I just shut. I'm leaving.
Remember when I kept casting random spells through the Staff of Wild Magic?
Yes.
Like, you know how, like, when Urk eats raw meat, he bleeds out of his ears? If I throw a missile at somebody, I heal them to full health. Or if I chop off my hand, I get stronger.
Yes.
Well, one of the curses I put on Jade was, if they put a toad in their mouth, they go invisible. Not gonna lie, coming up with plans is kind of like hard. I've been kind of had to take up that role since you were like, I wouldn't say on ice, but in stone.
It's not as easy as it appears. They normally just come to me in the moment.
Yes, I am.
So,
But not gonna lie, a lot of the plans has been hide in Jade's mouth. Jade goes off. It shoots a lot.
And then we also made all of
Speaking
the
of
earth
raw
elementals. Oh gosh.
He's gonna pull out the 100 pounds of basilisk meat. I say we have feast tonight.
Urk, you
To
still
celebrate.
have all of that?
Of course.
Oh,
Urk not waste perfectly to this meat.
oh, I hope the earth elementals don't find this. Are you gonna just like cook it, or are you
upon
gonna like
seeing
start
that-
eating it?
This is good. Oh no, so my take the Kuoto are like dismember or like they're kind of complacent because
Yeah.
Gabgul hasn't obviously been around. So I think like what I'm thinking is like to present a feast and say that it came from Gabgul, say that like he's blessing us with the feast or something. Just to make it so that they don't like lose faith in him while he's still kind of out of commission.
Okay.
We have a lot of work ahead of
That's
us.
what he's doing.
As Brillow starts pulling out the seasonings.
So I think Urk, and then Brillow too, I guess, if he wants to come with, is going to present the meat to the orcs and sort of declare the feast.
Okay. You like bring over the meat as these Kuotoa just kind of look at you like very deadpan and like eyes glazed over. What do you say as you like approach them with all of this?
Chief Gabgul has blessed us with a feast in his absence. Let us partake and remember him and his power.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I give him guidance?
Yes, you can give him guidance.
Oh boy.
Go.
Oh, this is still a disadvantage though, isn't it? Because of exhaustion.
Because you have 2
Yeah.
exhaustion currently.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the first level anyway that would impose disadvantage on this. Wait a second. Okay, hang on. I have to ask. So his feature, maybe this is kind of dumb, but his feat that he got,
Mm-hmm.
the I can take it.
Uh-huh.
Can he negate the disadvantage from this?
I
It says from another creature, so I figure not, but it's
no,
worth asking.
not from yourself, but if another creature is imposing disadvantage on you, you can negate it.
I have an idea of how
Got
I
it.
can
Okay.
help.
Just wanted to ask. What's up?
So my intention is to use the help action to help him out, and uh, as Irkbluz said before, I say it Orcish. We were sent on a quest while he was away, and this meat was the result of it. He said, "Give it to his people." A- As I start like setting up a fire, like I summon my squirrel and start setting up a big like cookout styled fire.
In the late night of the desert,
Awesome.
you guys have decided to have a barbecue.
So then is that a straight roll then?
That will be a straight
that was the help?
deception roll. I said persuasion a bit ago, but I meant deception.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Don't forget the D4.
Yes.
Dash
It's minus D space plus 1d4, right?
No, dash B.
Oh, dash B. Okay.
Dash D is for damage. Dash B is for bonus.
Got it. Okay. Oof. 14.
With a 14, they look at you. Their eyes seem to become more clear as they walk over to you slowly. And then they begin to dance with joy as they are... They're making, like, just weird and strange noises. Give me one second.
Oh.
Music switches. You have begun a celebration of Gobgool in the middle of a town as the Kuotoa and many orcs are beginning to partake. Many of the orcs are just like, if you've set out the meat, they're not cooking it, they're just grabbing it as is.
Totally.
Just-
Yep.
and just beginning to eat it. But the
Brillow-
Kuotoa are like using Brillow's fire and actually like cooking it before they are eating it.
Yeah, Brillo's like seasoning meat skewers, setting it up to just be like a open like take as you go. All right, one after the other. No, do not step on each other's feet. Hey, order. All right, as he just keeps like
Punch
trying
lady
to like
Brillo.
go as fast as possible.
You guys are like doing everything you can, and the orcs are kind of like starting to surround you guys a bit as they're just like really enjoying the festival, and they're just enjoying themselves, pretty much, as they're all wrapping their arms around each other, like singing orcish songs, and they seem to just be having a good time, all except for a select like few orcs that still seem to be huddled up. These were the ones that Linnea had talked to before. They seem quite different from the rest of the orcs, not as aggressive.
The ones from Jade's World.
The ones from Jade's World, yes.
Who?
Urk's gonna beckon them over, like specifically seeing that they're not. Make sure you get food.
They kind of like are looking at each other. One of them shrugs and kind of like goes over and grabs some food. And like puts it on a skewer and starts to cook it. As a few of the other like more aggressive orcs just smack him on the back, like, yeah! He's just smiling and seems a little uncomfortable. A few others go over to join him, but not all of them do. Say there's a couple of stragglers who decide to stay back. But the festival goes on as you guys are able to get a long rest whenever you want, unless you are wanting to do a little more roleplay with some of the NPCs in town.
Brillow is probably gonna spend some time speaking with. We'd like to say goodnight to Tara. Let's speak with plans, see if there's anything that they need.
When you speak with Tara, Tara basically just goes, "Tara happy. Tara needs nothing. Thank you, Brillow friend."
Thank you, Tara, friend. I appreciate you. Have a good night. If anything happens, you know how to contact me. Just like shake me and wake me up, okay?
Tara will do.
All right. Good night. I leave it a couple great berries before they go. Even though like it probably doesn't eat much. I like mash it up and like put it around like it's like soil fertilizer.
Gotcha. Jade, is there anything you were wishing to do with the orcs from your world?
Nope.
Okay. Is anyone else wanting to do anything?
I know Urk did want to briefly catch up with Gareth as well.
Okay, so I would say later that night, as the festivities begin to die down, you go to approach Gareth.
May I have a word, Gareth?
Of course, Urk.
After the Tower of Memories, Urk was angry, wanted to kill you for what you do to orcs.
That seems only natural. And I do not hold that against you, Urk.
Yes, Urk knows this, but after what you did, stopping the dragons from destroying New Tribe, Urk is grateful. Maybe what has happened in the past can be undone. And he's gonna hold out his hand to clasp with Gareth's.
I hope that we can stop whatever evil is coming together, as he will take Urk's hand.
And Urk's gonna like pull him into a bear hug.
Ah!
Breaks every bone in Gareth's body.
Yeah, Gareth is now dead again. Ugh.
Shit, Brillow, we need another diamond.
Yeah, 2d10 crushing damage.
Brillo's just go deaf. Doesn't hear anything.
Brillow's just knocked out. He's asleep.
Question: is there a way to copy a scroll?
What do you mean?
If I wanted to make a copy of a scroll, I have a scroll, and I wish to copy.
Let me look that up. I know you can like scribe it to your spell book as long as it's on like as it's available for your spell class. But I don't know anything about just copying a scroll. Let me see. A wizard's spell on a spell scroll can be copied, just as spells in a spell book can be copied. When a spell is copied from a spell scroll, the copier must succeed on an Intelligence Arcana check with a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level. If the check succeeds, the spell is successfully copied. Okay.
So I can copy a scroll?
I believe so. I'm reading over the full description rather than what Google AI is giving me just to be safe.
But from what I understand, it copies into your spell book for you to be able to cast at will later, rather than just like another scroll.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, is that it's copied into the book rather than onto another scroll. Because once you copy the scroll, the original scroll is destroyed.
Okay. So, teleport is a level 7 spell. I can cast it right now. Let's say that I copy it into my spell book. Can I then make scrolls of it?
Let me look at what it takes to make a scroll. You can craft scrolls by scribing them, something which only can be done if you have proficiency in Arcana.
Yeah.
I assume Gareth has proficiency in Arcana.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. Rules for both the place handbook and standard gold cost. Okay, so there's like a gold cost and everything. I need to know what it is. There we
If
go.
I see it here
So,
on
yeah, it's in Xanathar's guide, and it's an optional rule for creating spell scrolls that can be found, page 133. The character must have proficiency in the Arcana skill as well as the spell prepared/known, and must have the material component required to cast the spell. So, I mean, I guess you could technically add it to your book, but I don't think it would count as a prepared spell until you're able to cast it.
son of a bitch.
Because like it would just be
I like the
sitting
way
there
you're
because you're
thinking.
like, I'm not strong enough to cast this yet. So how can I be strong enough to even be able to like copy the magic over to something else?
Kirk sees where I'm going with this.
I do, yes.
Are you trying to make unlimited scrolls?
I am trying to speed things up.
And then teleport. Is that a 7th level spell?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's a high magic spell, which is
Gotcha.
different in our world, in our specific campaign. 'Cause it requires
That's right. Yeah.
material components.
Yep. 7th through 9th level requires material components, and the
And it's
gold
only verbal.
cost. Okay, so to scribe a spell scroll, anyway, once you would be able to use it, it would take 16 weeks and cost 25,000 gold pieces.
Okay, 25,000.
Yeah, 25,000, according to Xanathar's guide.
Shit, I don't have that either. Son of a bitch.
It's like 2,500 plats.
And
I
it has
think
a chance
between
to
all of
fail.
us, we definitely have that.
It also has a chance to fail, like a really pretty heavy chance.
It does have a chance to fail.
That's true.
Because you could spend the material, and then I believe like fail the roll if there is a roll. Let me check. Create a magic item. No, it's not create a magic item. It's the Xanathar rule. Oh, so no, there's no rule for it. Like there's no roll. It's just takes 16 weeks and 25,000 gold pieces, and then you make it. It's just it takes a lot of time. So there's no roll for it. From
It
what
says
I
that
can see.
there's a 77.26% chance for you to get the right spell. So that means there's a.
Oh really? Is that on Xanathar's?
I'm looking at the table for it. It should be the Xanathar's Guide one.
Okay, so the table I might be looking at might not have the whole thing.
There goes my idea.
I actually have Xanathar sitting next to me. I don't know why I'm not just looking at it.
And the
Alright,
chance-
one is the spell scroll in the DMG crafting one. The other is the Xanathar's and the Xanathar's Guide. Oh,
I was like, because the one in the DMG is for making magic items specifically, if I remember. And from what I'm looking at, the one in Xanathar's is specifically for spell scrolls.
I was looking at a different chart then. I don't know where I was.
You might have been looking at a homebrew chart, or for like the SRD or something, because the SRD technically isn't official. Let's see. Yeah, spell scroll. Scribe a scroll. Takes time and resources. Yeah,
I was
16 work
looking
weeks.
at
20
tabletop
complications.
builds.
Oh yeah, here it is. Complications. Crafting a spell scroll is a solitary task, unlikely to attract much attention. The complications that arise are more likely to involve the preparation needed for this activity. Every work week spent scribing brings a 10% chance of complication. Examples which are on the scribe scroll complication table.
Oh.
So there are complications that can arise, but it's circumstantial, and it requires a d6 roll. And it says since it's a 10% chance for every work week. Every work week spent scribing brings a 10% chance. So you would roll a d10, and if you rolled a 1 on the 10, or a d10 or like a d100. A d100 would probably be better, but a 10 or lower would basically make a complication happen. So there is a chance of like it going wrong, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's impossible.
Yeah, you have to roll that dice 16 times.
Yeah, 16 times. So they definitely made it difficult to make a spell scroll, but that also makes sense because spell scrolls are super useful. Especially for a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get the worldwide Willow up one of these days.
So then, if there is, I don't know if anyone else wants to roleplay anything else, but if there isn't, if you guys want to go ahead and just put yourselves at, do long rests.
Yeah.
I can begin the narrative for the next day.
Alright, Brillow is gonna cast Great Fairy.
You're gonna just cast it a few times?
Yeah. Wait, actually, before we do go to bed, Brillow's gonna ask, hey Gareth, what's your plan on getting to the River Styx? I like living.
Gareth has stepped away from... Oh, Gareth's back. I thought he stepped away.
My original plan was to cause a kaboom by basically putting the bags of holding in each other.
But I understand. Doesn't that just send us to a random location anywhere in any plane? Or the astral plane?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but it's the only plan I have right now. But I am ears if you have another plan. The only other way I know of getting there is dying. And trust me, I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
It's not like you haven't blown your own head off once or twice.
No, wait, hold on. He's got a point.
So there's something we could do. That's permanent. We kind of have a day to wait, at least. If we don't, what?
The only other thing I can think of is that I use this teleport scroll, and I teleport back to Freehold and see if that magic shop has a scroll, another teleport scroll, which would be fantastic.
Wait,
And a scroll of planar shift.
there's one thing we could do. I need a door.
You need a door?
Oh, my goodness.
Just
As you
any
just see,
door?
Brillo pulling stuff out of his bag, a lot of stuff from Gnome Depot. He has all his Gnome Depot stuff organized. See Brillo pull out
About Home Depot.
the Gnome Depot key.
Oh. And what's that do?
Are you a cop?
Wait.
Not in character. I'm kidding. Brillo's looking around, this all these valuable stuff, looking for some fancy looking door that
Go
he
ahead
might
and
have
make me a
saved.
perception check.
Uh,
Can I give him advantage by assisting?
Do you
By
you do have
assisting him,
proficiency?
Yes.
Yeah, then yeah.
can I give myself guidance?
Yes.
Here, Dory, Dory, Dory.
We're finding
23.
Dory. You begin to look around this just mess of a place. And the closest thing to a door that you find is a small hatch that is connected to the dial that's in the center of the of this building. The one that's related to the time god Cronus. There's a hatch that is connected to the bottom of this mechanism.
Well, they said a door. Hopefully this is close enough. As this will bring us to a shop uh, that sells a lot of wide variety of magical objects. I was trying to save this in case we were ever stuck in a pickle, but I wasn't able to find the door that we could take with us in short notice. As Brillow puts the key in and turns next to the body pillow.
You put the key in and you turn it. As you hear what sounds like several different kinds of very heavy locks unlocking themselves. The door is then, the key is stuck in the lock, but the door is pulled open. It's big enough for you guys to be able to squeeze through, but it would be one at a time. Beyond that hatch is a massive, like, open spaced, what looks like shop with smooth polished floors and large shelved containers just as far as the eye can see.
Is this Target?
You
Costco.
hold on a second. I have to pull up the Gnome Depot stuff.
I'm so glad I have locate object. In case
You see someone walking up to you. This person looks exactly like the scientist. As he walks up to you wearing an orange, like, overalls, seeming like he does not want to be here, and just sighs and goes, "Welcome to Gnome Depot. What can I do for you?"
Oh, this is IKEA.
sorry, I'm trying to remember what's the doctor's name.
The scientist?
Yeah, the scientist.
Yeah, he's just, you just know
I
him
think
as
it
the
was always
scientist.
just the scientist. Yeah.
You look familiar.
He goes, "I get that a lot. Please browse to your heart's content. When you're ready to check out, I'll be here at the front."
Yeah, what's your name?
He goes, "Read the name tag." As you look and it says S Scientist.
Oh, so is Iantist your last name, or?
I wish I knew.
Oh, so you don't know your name?
No, I woke up here one day and the overalls were on me and I wasn't allowed to leave, so this is where I live now.
That happens too, yeah.
Do you have anything to get us to the river Styx and back in a short amount of time?
He
Or a
goes,
medium amount of time?
"Follow me."
You're the best.
It's like, yeah. As he
Want
starts
something to eat?
to walk you through the aisles. Hold on one second. As you're just passing all these different, like, random assorted objects. One of the items you even see is an incredibly like large metallic creature that looks like the biggest warforged you could have ever seen. This thing is possibly as big, if not bigger, than the Tarask. It looks exactly like the Iron Giant.
Oh, what's that?
He goes, "That's a giant iron golem."
Oh, how much is that?
He says, "Giant iron golem normally retails at 250,000 gold pieces, but it can be yours today for 4 easy installments of 99,000 gold pieces."
Wait,
Oh,
isn't that double the price?
Only if you think about it too hard. Please continue to follow me.
What
is
if,
that?
what if I traded you one god killer staff?
He goes, "I'm sorry, but you'll find that your magic weaponry has no effect here in this dimension. I apologize for the inconvenience."
Well, he apologized for the inconvenience, so that was polite.
This is when you guys realize you have no access to any of your magic currently, and your magic weapons are completely useless.
What about non-magic weapons?
I was gonna say.
He says, "Yes, non-magic weapons will still work. A sword's a sword, after all, and a fist is a fist."
You get these questions a lot.
You know,
More than you realize.
if you stayed in school, you wouldn't
there any-
hate your job.
I
there
have
any
a
questions?
PhD.
Is there any questions you would like us to avoid asking so that way we can get them out of the way?
I would like to say no, but I'm bound by a contract that says I have to answer any questions you ask, if I know them.
Shit. Dude, this
Oh.
sounds awful. Can we like free him?
I wish I could be freed, but only the sweet embrace of death will be the only freedom I'm ever gonna taste.
Damn, this is
What's that supposed to
this is
happen?
actually this is actually like triggering the player. Like this is bringing back memories.
Brillow, did you say when's that gonna
If
happen?
you want, Urk can kill you when you're done as reward.
He says, "I would very greatly appreciate that."
Does the store
So
prevent
would
you
I.
from dying at all?
What'd you say, Brillow?
Does the store prevent you from dying at all?
Says, "The store grants me immortality, but because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't be killed."
Okay.
That is true.
We'll look into helping you with your problem. Maybe there's something else we could do besides killing you. You're a nice guy.
He goes,
Sorry to a lot.
"Thanks. I get that a lot."
Hey, how thick are the walls in here?
The walls are an infinitesimal amount of thickness as well as an infinitesimal amount of thinness. They don't obey the laws of physics as you would know them.
Oh yes, and you already said we can't use magic down here. There goes my plan.
He
Maybe I
finally
can punch it really hard.
brings you to a door, and he says, "Here we are." Gareth, this door is triggering some memories in you, as swear you've seen this wooden door before.
Let me go first.
Wait, before we go, I'm glad that we know where the door is. Do you have any copies of a key to get back here in case we need to go out to purchase more stuff?
I'm sorry, but once you use a key to get in here, you must exit out the same place that you entered to be able to retrieve the key.
Oh, I could use the key more than once?
That is correct.
Oh,
But
Yeah, well that's good.
if you do wish to enter into a different plane of travel, once you leave, the door will close and not open for you again, so you must find your own way home.
oh.
Well that's fine. We can handle that. I mean,
Like,
We?
come on, Urk and I have survived Kronos. banishing us into time and space. What's a little planar shifting?
Urk can stick his foot in the door to hold it open.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't-
we've had that happen before too. And he looks over and you see that there's a
Really?
pile of foots over near one of the doors. There's just piles of
Don't
feet.
say it. Don't say
That
it.
wouldn't be me. I can take it.
God damn it.
Urk is built different.
No.
I've heard that before too.
All I see is Kirk
He looks
cracking
over to
his
the other
head.
pile of foots.
You said you look over at the pile of foots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just sitting there. There aren't too many in the door that you are at, but at all of these other doors that lead to other places, there are plenty of them. And they're all from different kinds.
All right. Before we go, I think we should leave a message for Linnea, letting them know to stand by the key. As I summon. Oh, can't summon anything in this one, can I? Am I able to summon Wildfire Spirit?
You cannot,
Uh,
because that is technically a
magic.
magical ability.
is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's not like an innate ability for your race or anything. The class abilities are considered magical abilities.
Oh man, climbing. Me
All right,
scaling
except
walls
for
is
you, but Druid's a spellcasting class, so most
Right.
things are considered magical.
It's okay. I can yell really loud. Urk's just gonna bellow at the top of his lungs. Linnea, hold the door open. Okay,
Roll me
we're
a
good.
performance. At
Natural
advantage.
20.
At advantage.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, so
Okay,
that'll
yeah,
make it
that's-
just a straight roll because you still have disadvantage technically.
Brillo's
18.
tweaking
It's an
right now.
18.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Then yeah, she hears you. She's like, I guess I'm keeping the door open. She goes back as
Hold the
best she could,
door.
like, okay, I'll do what I can.
She will try.
Linnea will try.
I mean,
Okay.
she isn't very well trained though, so
Wow.
Good thing they're not here at the moment.
Hard few shot for that one.
Do you have any stuff for nature magic before we go?
He says nature magic.
Yeah.
Let me check. As he talks into a sending stone, and it begins to echo through the corridors. It says, need assistance on aisle 347 divided by pi. We have a question about nature magic items. Thank you.
this
Give-
is
Give me a moment.
Weapons.
You have it in the back.
After a few minutes, you see another version of the scientist come over. He seems a lot more chipper. He goes, "Why, hello, what can I do for you today?"
oh no.
Uh,
No. Can't deal with this at the nope, it's too early.
Can you
Uh,
give some of what you have to your friend?
What'd you say?
Can you give some of what you have to your friend?
He goes, "Oh, I'm trying to do what I can. As his assistant manager, I try to cheer everybody up."
oh.
He looks at you and says, "Please end my suffering."
I thought
No, the other guy, not the assistant manager.
oh right, my bad.
He
Sorry.
says, "Anyway, I hear you need something for nature magic."
Yes, if you have it, and some acorns.
He says, "Well, I don't believe we have any acorns, but if you head down to Irkbluz, you're going to find a few natural items you may be able to find. The most abundant thing we have at the moment is the floating stone."
Floating stone.
Yes. As he grabs one off of one of the shelves, and he says, "This stone, as long as you have it in your possession with the harness included, you are able to fly 30 feet per round."
Ah,
What's a round? Is that like around? Like, is a
About
round
every
like
6 seconds.
comparable? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it about 6 seconds?
Around the world, around the world.
how much is that?
He says, "This one's only 2,000 gold."
And is there a weight limit on it?
He says, "There's no weight limit on this one, but you do have to be a living creature to be able to hold this, so you can't just attach it to random items."
Uh-oh. Gareth
That was my
can't use
plan exactly. I'd like. All right. I'd like one, please.
He says, "Very good. That'll be 2,000 gold."
Okay, hold on now. That's a little high, don't we think?
He looks at you and says, "I'm sorry. If you wish, I can retrieve the general manager if you have a discussion about price."
I'm
Yeah,
good.
why don't you do that? I'm actually kind of curious to see what he's like.
All right. You see him talking to the setting stone. Painting general manager in aisle 347 divided by pi. We have a question about pricing on floating stones. Says,
Yeah, because
"It'll only take a moment." The ground begins to shake as if something very large is taking steps your way.
You by any chance take objects of equal value as well, or just currency?
Says, "Unfortunately, we can only accept currency here, as most objects are pretty useless here, except for the ones that are crafted within the Home Depot."
Home Depot.
What if it's related to a god?
Says, Then maybe. Gnome Depot's always looking for divine items.
I pull out a vial of liquid luck.
Ooh.
As you do
Technically,
this,
it's a divine item.
you guys see a very large hand grab onto one of the shelves and comes around the corner. As you see a storm giant walking towards you guys.
Hello.
He's wearing a striped tie and kneels down towards you guys and gets towards the ground, and he says, "What seems to be the problem?"
There's no problem. It's more
Oh,
of a
this customer
question-
here said that they didn't like the price on the floating stones.
Yeah, basically.
I stand up. I move a step to the side away from Jade.
"I'm sorry, ma'am, but all prices are final."
Oh,
Well, I'm sure that's something we have to say to every customer who comes through your illustrious establishment. But I was just thinking that it is 2,000 gold really the price of a floating stone?
I'm fine with it.
That is
No,
correct,
really.
ma'am. 2,000 gold for the stone that allows you to fly.
Hold on, no, but it doesn't actually allow us to fly because and forgive me if I misunderstood. You connect to it with a harness.
That is correct.
So, for example, I mean, we could just take any flying creature or object, and that would also, I mean, that would be essentially the same thing, but I doubt it would be 2,000 gold. I just think you're really, really trying to upsell this rock. Not that it's, I'm sure there's a reasonable price that we can come to that is both beneficial for us and also not insanely high.
I go over to Jade and I say, "Hey Jade,
Yeah?
wasn't it like 20 black to ride on the griffins?"
No, it was like 20 gold.
So, isn't that
Hey,
just 200
DM,
rides
how much
for
was
free?
the Griffins?
The
It's
Griffins,
50 gold.
yeah, because it was
It's
20.
too
I think it was
terrible.
25 gold per griffin.
No, it was like 25
Yeah.
gold per Griffin.
Yeah, but this would be like just buying a griffin.
No, it wouldn't. It's 2,000 gold. Brillow,
Well,
you attach
I
to it
have,
with a harness. That's
yeah,
not the same as a
and then I can
griffin.
fly.
A griffin can help
then-
us.
Ma'am,
then
I
Linnea can fly.
apologize for the inconvenience. If you would like, I can try to contact the owner of the store to see if there's something we can work out.
What?
So I guess while I do have you here, sir, I show the liquid vial of luck. Can I use this as a exchange because it is a divine item? For the it uses the blood of the goddess of luck. There's very few in stock in our plane, and I have a great opportunity for you.
He says, I'm sorry, but in order to be able to sell an item to Gnome Depot, you must go through the you must go through the proper channels first.
Isn't that you?
I am but the general manager. You would need to go through the owner.
Oh, well then let's have the owner then.
Very
If it's
well.
too much of a trouble.
Give me one moment, I'll see if he's available. You see him pull out a sending stone and it goes up to him. He begins to speak in giant, though. Anyone here speak giant?
Yeah, I do.
I speak orc.
I look at Irkbluz.
Irk,
The
are
only
you?
person
You're
I
the
know
only
that
one
goes
that,
giant
that
size.
speaks giant, right?
Yeah.
You
yeah, he
you
is.
hear him. Everyone else, like, it's unintelligible of what he's saying, but Irk, you hear him say, "Yeah, we've got a Karen here arguing about price. We need the store owner to come in. She's demanding to speak with him."
Time Jade has been called a Karen. This is unfair.
I mean, it's also the second time you've opted like one, so.
You're like, I want to speak to the owner.
It's not.
It was
not
fine with the
rude.
price. Like,
Can I
It was
speak-
fine with the price. You're just arguing on principle.
It's 2,000 gold for a floating rock.
So you also have to think about it
That's
like this. You could attach yourself to a griffin, absolutely, but the griffin's gonna get tired. The rock is never going to get tired.
and then we could also attach this to Linnea and give Linnea flight speed, so that way she doesn't have to worry about stairs
Griffin is also
or like a ladder.
is a living creature, and I can expect that for 2,000 gold. But like, what is the cost to produce a floating rock?
That never stops
What is the
floating. I don't know.
What is the cost of an entire facility that's infinitely in size, in length, width, height, and dimensions we can't even fathom with our puny minds?
Like
The
one
owner.
witch away.
The owner approaches. As you see this tiny little gnome begin to pitter-patter over to you guys.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
He's wearing a business suit. He's carrying a mug that says "Best Boss in the World."
No, that's
Ne-
true.
As he comes over, he looks up at all of you, sips from his mug, and goes,
Well, what can I do for you?
Hello.
I just had a question about the price. For this flying rock with harness, being 2,000 gold.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we could like maybe haggle it down, because that seems a bit high for what it is.
Certainly, there's a few caveats where discounts can be applied. Are you or a family member a current employee of the Gnome Depot?
No, not to
okay.
my knowledge.
Do you have a veteran status or disability?
I do have a veteran status.
Okay, can you please provide ID?
ID doesn't exist.
Hmm.
Actually, wait, hold on. I take that back. I stick out my finger and like, okay, yeah.
like what finger? Oh, like you're just like, hold on a moment.
Index finger. Yeah, just the index finger.
Oh no. As if
No.
like she's going for
Right.
a blood draw.
He looks at
Yeah,
you and he's like,
What are you doing?
Doesn't Jade have a barcode on her body?
she's not Agent 47.
I thought that was like something that happened like when she was like an orphan, like in the memories.
No, she doesn't have a
No.
barcode.
Barcode.
I don't think so.
Well, you asked for an ID. I'm providing.
I'm sorry,
Do-
if the version of ID you're looking for is some kind of DNA test, we don't have the capabilities for that at the moment. We're talking about any physical ID of maybe like rank or insignia.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Irkbluz.
Oh, Kirk's got one of those, and he'll pull out his captain's badge.
You pull out the captain's badge, and they inspect it and look over it. You go,
Well, then yes, we can absolutely apply a veteran's discount.
Oh, good job,
Okay.
Jade. You being a carrot has helped us at the end.
What? Anything else?
Says, nope, you've given enough proof for that. The discount that will be applied will be 5%. With that in mind, your final cost will be 1,900 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Am I
Also-
stupid? I am stupid. You're right. It is 5. It is 1900. I'm just stupid. I can't math.
yeah, you're good. It's only like 100 gold off.
Yeah, I know. I was like, isn't it at least 200? But I was like, no, that's 10%.
Look at that, Jade. You helped get them a 5% discount.
Hey, and I didn't. And this is the important bit. I did not have to do any speech checks.
That's true. You did not.
Yeah.
And while I have you here, good sir, thank you for your time. I have a vial of the goddess of luck's blood that I'd like to sell to your store. They said that I have to go through the correct channels, which I definitely assume is you.
Says, that would be correct. We can set up a meeting so we can inspect your supply, inspect your facility of where you are creating these. That way we can make sure it has the proper health code doesn't have any health code violations, and then from there we can discuss cost and a contract so we can get your items into our facilities.
Well, I only have the one right now.
Well, I can't make a deal right here on the spot as I am busy, but I can go ahead and schedule in for a meeting soon. Let's see. How would you feel 2.5 years from now?
Okay.
He goes, perfect. Now, what's your name?
My name is Brillow Acre.
Brillow Acre. It's a pleasure to meet you. So let's see, 2.5 years from now, that will be converted to material plane time. Perfect. So, about 10.5 years, your time, you will be randomly teleported into my office where you will need to give your presentation. So please be ready at any moment.
So, 10.5 years from when we leave here, or 10.5 years from this moment onwards?
10.5 years material plane time, 2.5 years Gnome Depot time.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll
Yeah, is
keep
that
it in
with
mind.
like leap years included?
That is including leap years.
Okay, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. I just clarifying.
All right. Thank you.
Not a problem. I hope you all have safe journeys and have a wonderful day. Thank you for visiting the Gnome Depot.
No, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
As he begins to pitter-patter away.
Now, I believe we should all be getting back to work. Thank you for shopping at the Gnome Depot today. The storm
Oh yeah.
giant-
Where's
go ahead.
Irkbluz?
The assistant manager says, "Oh, my cohort here will be able to point you in the right direction." He kind of slaps his back and walks away. Storm Giant leaves too. He goes, he points and says, "If you continue to head down that way, after about 4 hours of walking, you'll run into Irkbluz."
Oh. You have any like faster ways to travel in here?
He says, "Not without flying."
Oh. Sweet. Which I give him the 190 plat.
Oh yeah, you're good. Did you remove that off of Discord?
Yeah. Oh, I just removed it from my sheet.
You're good. Remember, you're gonna want to remove it from Discord because they'll show 2 different numbers, and I believe the Discord overrides the D&D Beyond, if I remember correctly. Yeah, G space coins minus 190 PP.
Yeah, PP.
There you go.
Before the employee like walks off, Irk wants to ask him, "Do you have any weapons?"
Says, yeah, we have lots and lots of weapons.
He's gonna rub his hands together like a kid in a candy shop. Do you have weapons that make big fireball? Irk not wizard, so he needs help to make fireball.
Says, weapons that make fire, there aren't very many, though there are few. Give me one moment and I will begin to look.
Wait, Irkbluz, don't you have Skull Smasher for fire? Don't you have Spine Breaker
Yes.
for ice?
Yes.
Maybe you should try to find one that isn't those two in case you meet something that's good against fire and good against ice.
Hmm.
Maybe you should get one.
No. Fire best element.
Well, remember the basilisks? They were immune to fire.
But they weren't immune to getting their skulls crushed.
But what if there's one that's immune to ice, getting their skulls crushed, and fire? Maybe you should try to find something that you can do that isn't fire or ice.
That reminds me,
Lightning.
Brillow, I need a D2 check from you. I need to find out
God
if
damn
you're
it!
the cursed variant or not.
He was hoping you forgot.
No, I was hoping that I wasn't buying a cursed item from a really hot, reputable store. I thought that I'm paying for the luxury of not being cursed.
Gnome Depot is just known
Keep
for defects every now and then.
It's 2. That's good, right? Isn't 2 good?
It changes every time.
Random.
Is it 2's
But
good?
you don't know.
I'm going with 2 is
Okay.
good.
Irk, you watch
I
as
hope-
the
I
story
hope you're picking up what I'm putting down.
starts to walk back with a very large sword in hand. This sword blade seems to like look like waves as it's kind of like going back and forth, almost in like a serpentine pattern. He says, I'm sorry, sir. Fortunately, we have nothing that casts fireballs, but we do have the Flameberg here.
Oh,
That's. I
What
see
does
what
it
you
do?
did there, DM.
Says this is a +3 greatsword that does an additional 1d6 fire damage, and it also makes the user immune to fire.
1d6? Is that like a lot?
The people who control you know what I mean.
Control. Holy shit!
Nobody control Irk.
Believe what you will, we're all controlled by somebody. We're just
So does it-
puppets playing in the gods' games, waiting for the day that they cut our strings.
So, quick
Yeah, we
question
kill
about
you,
this
but you
magic
enjoy
stone
it.
and harness.
What'd you say?
A quick question about this magic stone and harness. Do you guys have any like things in case it's in case like it's defective, or
You do have a 30-day warranty under the 30 days of the Gnome Depot. If your item is defective, you may return it for a new item of the same quantity or value.
okay? And how many days is that in the material plane?
200.
Okay, that's good.
You have to remember, so if it's 2.5 years for them, is 10.5 years for the material plane, so you have a lot longer in the material plane.
Oh, I understand. I just wanted to like just double check the warranty.
Yeah,
just-
you're good.
All right. And can you tell me if this one's defective or not before I use it?
It says, unfortunately, you won't know until it leaves the store.
Okay. And the harness does the harness like fit to any creature?
That is correct. It fits all sizes.
That is good.
They call that a one-size-fits-all.
I don't have to attune to this, correct?
That is correct. Once you put on the harness, you're able to fly around. Though there have been some returns on these items.
Okay. What's the usual defect if this does happen that you've experienced with customers coming back mad at you?
The usual defect and complaint when it does come back is apparently the item is very attracted to trees and likes to strike the user against them.
Okay. I have a plan. All right. Thank you.
Says, not a problem. And for you, sir, would you like the Flameberg?
He's gonna like kind of point at the edges. How am I supposed to crush somebody with this?
Says, I can assure you it's incredibly sharp. Though these have also been known to come back with a few defects.
How much?
Well, really only one, but they aren't returned very often because most of the time the user or the people around them are burned alive, as the only defects that we have found is it causes the user to become a full-blown pyromaniac.
Well, that doesn't seem too bad.
Eric can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take it.
So how much is it?
He says, a weapon of this caliber is only 50,000 gold pieces.
And with the 5% discount?
With the
You're really
5%
making
discount.
That Psy wasn't the character, that was the DM.
That was absolutely the DM. Hold on one second.
2,500.
Yeah. With the discount, you'd be looking at 47,500 gold pieces. Or
That's
4,750 platinum.
57,000.
Sir, this is a non-negotiable deal. You cannot pay more unless you are also giving me a tip, which I have to politely decline, as it is against our store's policy for me to accept tips.
Oh, that
You
hit
drive
one.
a
That
hard
hit me.
bargain. 60,000.
Yeah, that- 60,000.
Irkbluz, we don't have that.
Poor Gareth over here is just sitting quietly. He's
He
like, I don't
doesn't
know what's
know
going
that.
on.
I don't know why we're here.
Gareth's
all
like,
right.
we have to go.
Well, I think we should think about coming back for this. Do you have any bulk deals on diamonds, by the way?
I'm sorry, we don't sell gemstones in that capacity.
Oh. All right, thank you. Which way was it to the door again?
You've been standing next to it the whole time.
That's right. Eric, do you want to go first?
Why not? I can take it. He's gonna, kind of ignoring the sword, he's gonna go and approach the door.
Gareth, would you like to stop Irkbluz since you did originally say you wanted to go first?
I couldn't stop Irkbluz if I tried.
That's fair. That's fair.
Could they go at the same time trying
Eric,
to stop
don't.
Kappa?
Yeah, they could go at the same time. I would say irking.
All my stuff.
Okay.
I can't cast any magic, but I'm gonna make it look good.
Okay. Both of you walk through the door. Brillow and Jade, do you also wish to walk through the door? As you
Ladies
see,
first.
you see Gareth
Sure.
and Jade, or Gareth and Irk, as they walk through the door, are enveloped in a darkness, and you can no longer see them.
Oh, this is fine. Alright, I'm going through.
As you watch Jade walk through the door, you see the same thing, enveloped in a darkness, no longer being able to be seen.
All right, Brillo's gonna put the stone and harness in his bag,
Okay.
and does it require sentience to be able to control it?
This is-
Sorry, Not sentient. Sorry. Intelligence.
Not necessarily. Even the dumbest of creatures can fly around, but that doesn't mean that they'll listen to you if they take the stone.
Oh, I have something around that. Thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye.
As you step
Bye.
through the
Have a
door,
good time.
you're enveloped into the darkness.
I leave him a couple of great berries for lunch. It's not a
You,
tip.
you leave them, they're in his hand. The door shuts. He just. There goes another promise of someone ending my life. And he just walks away.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a 5-minute break here. For everyone
Sorry
to
for
go
the long
bathroom,
shopping
do
session.
what you need to do. As you all step through the door, you realize you step onto these sandy shores that's surrounded just by this utter darkness and these dark waves that just seem to keep washing up onto shore. When you look back behind you, there is no door. There's nothing but just sand and just infinitely more sand. You can see that the river is flowing very, very quickly. On this shore, you can see other people that seem to be sitting there in these either brown cloaks or just like brown clothing that, most commoners would wear. And a lot of them just seem to be sitting there staring out at the water. All of these people seem incorporeal. Off in the distance, you can see a wooden boat that appears to have someone on it currently. And they seem to be making port at the wooden dock that is close to you guys as you watch the person step off of the boat. As he nods to the ferryman and then begins to walk. This is the only person who is not incorporeal.
Do we recognize him at all, or is it too far to tell?
Too far to tell at the moment.
Okay.
Hey,
What
Gareth.
would you like to do?
Gareth,
Yes.
quick question. The thing about you not being able to breathe is because you've died like a couple times in the past, right?
I'm not sure exactly why I cannot breathe, but it is something to do with my immortality.
So, are you on like first name basis with this guy? Like, are you friends?
If we are anything, it is acquaintances.
All right. So he doesn't like dislike you. You didn't like do anything to like piss him off. Like you didn't like not tell him what plan or something, did you?
Not that I can recall.
All right. I believe in you, Gareth. As I pat him on the back, and I guess we're like waiting for him to come closer, or
It's up to you guys. I mean, he seems to be walking in a different direction from you guys. But the ferryman seems to be at the dock, and these incorporeal people seem to be like standing up and walking towards him at the dock.
Out of character though, didn't he mention that someone else was also performing the trials to try and get the axe?
That is
I
correct.
bet that's who that was. Irk would not know this, but
Yes, I did mention to the group that there is somebody else doing the trials.
oh, okay.
Brillow would try to like cast a cantrip to see if like spells work in this area. Like he would cast guidance on himself.
spells do work.
Oh, so magic does work here. Uh, okay. Hey, you. Hello.
Who are you
As
calling
like
out
Brillow,
to?
just like the person in the. You said that there's a person in the boat, right?
Yeah.
I'm just waving at the person in the boat.
You see this person in the boat who like seems to be communicating with one of the spirits that's like on their knees begging, and he's just shaking his head. And he looks over to you guys.
I wave.
He does not wave back, but he does just stare at you. This creature dressed in completely black and his face completely covered.
So, how far away is this person?
This person's maybe like 100 feet away from you guys. So, I mean, you'd be able to walk over there.
All right, guys. No time like the present. So, the present gets changed a lot. Everywhere we go, it seems like it has different like calls on the time. Kind of
The
weird.
continuity of this universe seems to be very wishy-washy.
Yeah, very inconsistent. I wonder why.
Huh.
Huh.
Irk's gonna
Um,
push ahead and walk over to the ferryman.
There you go. Excuse me. As you begin to walk over Irk, you see a few of the people who are incorporeal, like either seeming like incredibly distraught or very angry. You approach one of the docks, and you see the person that he's currently pleading with is like, "Please, you have to allow me over. I have to see my family." And you just hear the ferryman speak, and he says, "With no payment, you may not travel to the afterlife."
How much is it?
He looks over to you and says, "It is not a payment you may pay, as one can only pay for their own travels upon death." He says, "But I have nothing. When you die, you bring nothing. Because you do not understand the rituals required. Therefore, your eternity will remain here on the shores of the river Styx. Unless you wish to join your kin in the river." As his hand extends out, and you guys can see the fluorescent green souls just floating through this river. All of you begin to get very, very thirsty.
Gulp.
I'm getting a bit thirsty, guys.
The man stands up, wipes away tears, and then just walks away from the dock back onto the shore. As the ferryman looks at you lot, and then looks over to Gareth and says, "My, you have returned."
I did say I would see you again. Start not in limbo.
Says, "That indeed you did, though that was quite some time ago. Or was it just moments ago? Time is strange here."
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Brillow Acre as I hold out my hand and shake his hand.
He says, "Acre, it's a pleasure to meet you, but I will not shake your hand, for we are not making a deal. Please excuse my rudeness."
Alright, you said that there was rituals for dying. Just in case, so if I ever do die, what are those rituals? I kind of don't want to be in, like, that place doesn't look fun, and being on the beach over there, I'm not really a fan of sand.
To pass over to your afterlife, you must pay the toll. Upon death, gold coins must be placed upon your eyes, allowing you to have the currency to travel to your forever afterlife.
I bet. So just 2 gold coins.
That is correct.
And-
Some are not able to afford it. Some simply have no one to do it. And some simply don't care.
What if a spirit finds 2 gold coins like around here? Would they be able to give it to you then?
The coins that they could find would have been haphazardly abandoned by other spirits of their nature. Your coins are of no use as they were not buried with them in life.
Thank you for your information. I go over to that ghost. Hi, pleasure to meet you. If I ever find your body, where was it? I could try to like help you out, get you out of here. It doesn't seem like a fun place.
You recognize this person. This is Vort.
How did
He says,
he was the half orc that gave us the wild magic staff
that is correct.
back in
Oh
Freehold?
fuck no!
He looks at you and he says,
How did he die?
Do I know you?
Oh my gosh, Lord, how'd you get here? Was it old age?
No. I was trampled to death by a bullet. It broke through the walls of Freehold. It destroyed the statue in my home, trampling me to death.
That is
Wait, by a
very
what?
lucky.
By a bullet, or I think that's what it's pronounced. Like,
I'll be right.
No, you're good.
yeah, it's
I'm just trying to-
Bullette.
Oh, okay. And I'm
Bullet.
Yep, it's bullet.
gotcha.
It came from the wastelands. The guards were not in time to save me. Yes, that thing.
Okay. Dang, dude got.
The town guard was also not around to save me.
Who is the town god?
Sevlar.
That explains a lot.
Bastard.
I faintly recall you lot. You helped me in a time of need. You gave my wife justice. Yes, I do recall you. You gave me closure. My body, I do not know where it lie, other than in rubble, if it's not been cleared by now. But I have no way to see my wife. Very quiet today.
Oh no, just contemplating the ramifications of all of that. That was a lot of information. Holy shit.
I'm so sorry. What I missed?
We will try to
uh,
make things right. But unfortunately, time is of the essence. My friend, if you can stay here on the beach and wait, give us time. We will do right by you.
Do you swear this?
I do.
Then I will wait here on the shores of this forsaken place until you make good on your promise. He kind of seems to like sink into his like knees a bit as he's like, sitting on the shore with it like half of his face covered by his knees.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
Out of character. When we went to the Direwolf Cave all those many sessions ago, where I believe it was that we found Vort's wife, she did not have coins placed over her eyes, did she?
It wasn't Vort's wife that you found in the cave. That was
Oh.
that was your old party member.
Well, no. I remember that. I remember we found Nebula there. But I also recall
Vort's
vaguely
wife was
mentioning
found
that.
in an alley in the thieves' quarters.
Oh,
So
okay.
the
All right.
body,
So she
though
was
mangled,
she was given the proper rights.
Yes, she was given a proper burial.
Okay. Okay, I was unsure of that. Thank you. That clears it up. Okay.
He just sits there staring off into the ocean as the ferryman talks to the rest of you. Says, "So, what brings the living to the realm of the dead?"
Does he still have the axe on his hip?
You don't see it on him currently.
The last time I was here, ferryman, you told me that you had the axe we sought. We are here for the trials.
At the time, I did have the axe, but it is now gone, as it has been passed from me to another.
Who?
I am not at liberty to give his name, but he has made a deal that comes with the territory of the axe.
What deal?
A ferryman is created when you choose to not pass to the other life, but instead choose to bring others to an afterlife you may never obtain. Upon taking the axe, a deal is made that upon your death, you will take the place of the ferryman who has given you the axe. Upon the death of the current owner of the axe, I will be given life anew.
How about
So are you gonna go back to the world of the living, or are you just gonna go to your final resting place that you've been looking for?
I will be reincarnated. Which would be necessary, as I have no need for my old life. For I was the original owner of the god-killing axe. And all it did was bring death and destruction.
So, what you're telling us is, if we go kill this guy, you get to be reincarnated.
That is correct. But upon taking the axe, you accept the consequences of owning it.
Yeah, consequences. Do you want to be reincarnated or not?
More than anything.
Tell us where he is so we may find him, kill him, and take his axe.
Roll me persuasion. Dang, Irk with like persuasion checks today.
Yeah, I was like, this
I
is
just-
not his forte. So,
it's a 3? Can Gareth help him?
Gareth, do you want to help him out?
Actually, yes, I will help him.
Beautiful. Oh, hang on.
Guidance cap
Oh,
him.
Advantage. Advantage persuasion.
It's actually just a straight roll now. Because he still has disadvantage at one level of exhaustion.
Alright. Straight roll.
9. Damn.
9.
Session inspiration.
Unfortunately, you do what you can.
Wait.
Session inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Nat 20, come on.
Nope, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yeah. I feel like Urk is not the
Hello?
man to be.
Brillow just gave you another session inspiration.
These guys. I don't know what
It's
to
so-
say. I'm gonna keep disappointing you. It's not gonna go good, guys.
It's
Like,
getting
it's-
worse.
Linnea's session inspiration, she would give it.
Linnea doesn't have a session
Oh.
inspiration since she's not here.
She would give it.
She would, but unfortunately, not this time.
No, no,
I really
no.
want.
You have to be
No,
here to
seriously,
be able to
hold your
give it.
inspiration.
Unfortunately, Urk, your persuasion falls flat. He says, "I am
Yeah,
not
that's fine.
obliged to give you his name."
But
But
if
the-
you were to fall into the river of Styx, you would be lost forever, would you not?
He slowly looks over to you and says, "Is that a threat, Waychild?"
It is merely a question.
You are not wrong. If I were to fall into the river of Styx, I would potentially be lost for eternity amongst the souls. Therefore, no one to be able to allow anyone to pass on to an afterlife.
Yes.
Would you wish to condemn all of these souls to that fate?
They are souls. They are already dead.
I think perhaps a better way of considering it is listen, I know what Urk was trying to say. You don't have to give us their name necessarily. You can just give us their last known location.
Can I do an investigation check to see where the person went that left the dock when we got here?
Make me a perception. Yeah, no, you could do an investigation, see if you see footprints or anything. Because them being another living creature, they would be able to make footprints.
Don't tell me.
Could I summon my wild
So
card?
that's dirty 20. With the investigation of 15 and a 5 on my d6 for knowledge of the past.
You do see footprints of the only other actual living being that was in the sand, but they are slowly fading as the tide continues to erode them away.
Leave this fool to his boat. Follow me.
Thank you for your time.
Goodbye, Waychild. I will see you again soon when you seek another weapon.
I would like to summon my I wouldn't say my wild card companion, but my animal companion. And I would like to summon an owl to try to track the footprints with my eyes.
Okay. So you guys are like following along, but you're also sending the owl ahead to kind of like scope out ahead of you guys.
Yeah, so that way we don't lose the tracks permanently because they haven't been eroded ahead of us.
I would like to run something by you. Since I am not as strong as the rest of the party, I would assume they would easily overtake my position in the run. Would I then be able to use Pulse Wave as a way of keeping the water from washing away the tracks?
You said pulse wave?
Yes, it is a spell that not only does damage, but I want to not do the damage and just push the water back.
Yeah,
15
unsecured
feet.
objects. Okay. So I mean, it only lasts for 6 seconds.
Yeah, so as the wave would come in, I'd cast it to give us more time.
Okay. Yeah. I think you could absolutely do that.
Perfect. I will blow a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah. So, Brillow, you send out your owl as the rest of you are following along these tracks, unless anyone wants to ask the ferryman any other questions.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we leave, I'm not going to ask the ferryman any question. I'm trying to see if there's any spirits that I recognize on the beaches besides Vort.
Besides Vort, go ahead and make me a history check. With a 10, yes, there is one other spirit you recognize. And she is staring at you very angrily.
Oh. I think I know who it is.
As you recognize Lady Starfall, who's standing on the beach, never got a proper burial. So she is stuck here for all eternity.
Oh, I spit on her feet before I leave.
Hey, man.
It just passes through her, and every time she tries to like grab you or anything, it just passes through you.
Just do the Toodaloo wave. Toodaloo!
You might have fun in the water. Bye!
Damn, bro.
That is cold.
She
Savage.
fucking caused my teacher to die. That's the least I could say to her.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
goodness.
that's fair.
I think that's entirely justified. Still savage, but like justifiably so.
Then if that is all that you wish to do, then you guys continue on your path.
Yes.
You can see the tracks are slowly fading away faster and faster as you are walking. Gareth uses his spell to try to keep the waves out at bay so you can get as far ahead as you need to. Your owl, what's the fly speed for your owl?
It is, I think, 60 feet fly speed.
Dang. Just a normal owl? Yeah, 60-foot fly speed. So it's flying along until eventually, about a minute of walking, your owl is much farther ahead than everyone else. The
I'm
tracks.
gonna look through its eyes. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You see that the tracks just suddenly vanish on the beach. As if they walked through something, but nothing is there.
I just have it fly around until we fly in a
Detect
circle in the
magic.
area.
You guys eventually make it up to that area. As you see the owl flying in circles. Brillow, your vision returns to you. And then Gareth, you said you're casting Detect Magic?
Correct. I'm going to use my Fey Touch ability to cast it this time.
All right. Give me 1 second. With your Detect Magic, you can sense very strong conjuration magic coming from there. And in fact, you find a very small piece of parchment that fizzles away into your hand. You can tell whatever it was they used to scroll.
We are too late.
Yeah.
Now, how do we get out of here?
Everyone make me a
I thought
perception
Linnea
check.
was holding the door for us. Oh, okay.
Hey, whoa, do you really have to, don't
Do
I'll
just
make
hit
a
me
roll
with
as well.
I wonder why my rolls aren't going to the thing anymore.
Oh,
Uh,
you weren't there for that. Basically, D&D Beyond sucks.
it
Oh,
like
okay.
glitched out hard. Everyone like re-added their characters and stuff.
Oh, how do I do that?
It was just like the import and then whatever. And, like you overrided your character and then just updated it, and I believe it like added it.
Exclamation point import character link.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just do yes. There you go. Now it should go to yeah, it should go to here now.
So that was a 24. On
Yeah, I see
perception.
it. You had the highest one out of everybody, but you and Brillow are both gonna see this. It looks like something may have fallen off the person when they disappeared. There is a small badge that is buried in the sand.
Do we recognize it?
As you pick it up from the sand, you recognize it as a strange mixture of two things that you've seen before. First one is the symbol of Freyholt. Second one is the symbol of Ragbar. It seems they have been merged together.
Oh.
And the insignia at the bottom says Captain of the Guard.
Oh no. But no name.
With no name.
What do you think this could be? Who's the captain in this world? I look at Irkbluz. You don't have another you around, do you?
No, we killed him, then brought him back, then punched him inside of me.
A weird way to put it, but that is accurate, yes.
I mean,
It really is.
Are?
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened. It's just... It's weird that you'd put it like that, you know?
Could it be Sevlar? Could it?
Reports say he was town guard. I guess town guards can also be captains.
and he's gonna point to himself.
You know what else that
Really?
means, correct? Linnea is Sevlar's subordinate.
Oh. Yeah, not gonna like that.
Well, we don't know for sure yet.
That's correct. You don't know for sure. But if it is true, that's what that would mean.
Well, hang on, because Linnea's badge,
It's first
I
lieutenant,
believe,
which is a rank
but
below
it just
captain.
has the symbol of. That's true, but it's just the symbol of Freyholt on hers, correct?
That's correct.
So maybe there was some kind of regime change, and even she's no longer a lieutenant if the symbol is outdated.
But then when you know.
Possible. Well then, yeah. Then I guess yeah. Technically, none of us would hold rank, but then at least she would be not Sevlar's subordinate.
Yeah?
Technically,
Well,
the whole regime like phased over. I don't know. We don't know.
I have an idea to get us out of here. It's not a foolproof plan. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's going to work.
Gareth pulls out a gun.
No. pulls
I
out
may
the-
be out of spells, but not out of shells.
pulls out the staff of wild magic.
Okay.
There is a very minute. We don't know exactly what this staff can do, but there is a very minute possibility that it could get us the fuck out of here.
Oh, what's the possibility?
Well, I have that wish scroll still.
Oh, that's an even better plan. Puts the staff away.
I was just gonna say, like, I was planning to save it for maybe like a better time, but no, this is fine.
Because if I remember correctly, the door closed behind us and it disappeared.
That is correct. The
Well, didn't
only
we
door
ask-
that
didn't
only
we-
door that Linnea held open was the door to Gnome Depot from the
Oh, the
material
Gnome
plane.
Depot. Okay. Gotcha. We got
Is the-
Linnea being Hodor over here.
But we just don't see Elk when we get back.
Well, it's either that or we roam this plane until we find an exit. I will not force you to use it.
Well,
Is there any other way of getting back that doesn't involve trying to invoke a staff that will do random shit?
Well, I'm not sure if my bag of holding trick will work to get us back.
well, while they're having this discussion, can I just have my owl try to fly about and try to look for maybe ways out or portals or things like that?
Sure. You begin to have your owl fly around. Go ahead and make a perception check with your owl.
Can I use my eyes to do it with my stuff?
Yes. Oh wait, no, because with it you have to use the owl's senses, correct?
I can. Oh wait, if it's far enough away, yeah, then I have to use its senses. So perception. So it's a +3, I think.
For an owl, because I know it should have pretty good perception. Yeah, it's +3 for the perception.
And because it has keen sight and hearing, I'm gonna get it with advantage.
That is a 12. Unfortunately, it travels as far as it can go, and then eventually starts to come back. And it, other than finding the ferryman at the dock, it's not finding anything else. This shore almost seems like infinite.
If I remember correctly, if we travel the River of Styx, there is a door on the other side. Should we use that to go back? I wonder. Is it worth it?
How far is the river Styx across?
Actually, would I remember that?
I would say being in the river at Styx, your memory would be coming back to you. During this whole conversation, you guys feel like you've been here for a really, really long time. And you just seem to grow thirstier and thirstier.
I think while they're figuring that out, Urk's gonna reach for his water skin and try and slake that thirst.
Urk, you, without thinking about it, down your entire water skin, trying to quench your thirst. The water skin can only do so much, though, as this thirst feels like you've been here for weeks, maybe even months, without a drop of water.
Can Brillow crush his grape berries into a juice?
Grape berries still only count as a food, so I don't think it would sate thirst. But I mean, it would do something temporarily, just not for too long. Probably more than a normal water skin would.
It's worth a shot to try and go back across the River of Styx.
How long is the river across?
It depends. Are you talking time here or time on the material plane?
I'm just talking. How long would it take us here to get across the river?
Well, about a day and a half. If time is if time is relative, because it took you a day and a half, no, 3 days, he said, to cure me of my petrification. In that time, I crossed the river of Styx.
Could we pay the boat person to travel us across?
Are you asking me or Gareth?
Gareth,
I don't see why not. Payment's payment to the ferryman. It's up to him.
And if he does not take our payment, we can seize his boat by force.
Technically, yes. I am not sure. I've never tried to seize the ferryman's boat before.
if he was able to wield the God-killing staff, I don't know if that's a.
He also said that he was the original user of the axe, and I don't know, I just feel like maybe we shouldn't underestimate him.
Kirk's gonna shrug. Well, at least we know he's unarmed if we want to try anything.
Actually, we don't know that necessarily. Also, he could be using magic, Irk.
We have 4 god-killing weapons. He has 0.
Okay, again, he could have magic that vastly outstrips our abilities.
I
don't
say
know if
we
that's-
crush his skull.
Okay, there we go. Always with the crushing skulls.
Do you wish to go back to the ferryman?
Can I have my
If-
owl try again to see if they can find anything?
Sure. It's a 20. Your
Let's
owl-
go.
Yeah, your owl flies around for as long as it possibly can, searching every corner of this never-ending beach to see if it can find some kind of portal, some kind of doorway. The only thing it seems to be able to find at the moment is the ferryman.
Guys, I've tried. There's nothing I can really do here. I think our only way out is to pay the boatman.
Pay the boatman.
Well then, off we go.
Gareth, Jade, don't
Yeah.
piss him off or threaten him, please.
I promise that I will keep my mouth shut.
I will only hum a tune. Do, 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 do.
Don't shoot him in the knee or
Because
haggle
he
for a
didn't say anything
price.
to Irk, who literally said, "We're gonna crush his skull."
Eric, I believe in you, buddy.
Good. We will make him bleed.
Let's try that another day. Let's see what we can do with Buddy.
Fine.
As you head back into the river Styx, or head back to the ferryman, he sees you approach and says, "Oh, back for more, are you?"
Yeah. Can you give us a ride across the river? Styx?
That I cannot do, for you are not dead. Only souls may board my boat.
You know how we're able to get out of here then?
Check
I
my
do.
chest. I do not have a heartbeat.
You have no heartbeat, but you are still a living creature, reborn.
That's the word.
The whole campaign, Brillow's like, oh. But he does look at you guys and say, in fact, I know exactly how you can get home.
All right, how?
He says, I will tell you if you deliver a message for me.
Sure. What's the message?
You must tell the current monarch of Freyholt that their ancestors are proud of them.
Isn't that the princess?
Who is
I
the
guess the queen.
current princess?
She was a little girl. Last time I saw her.
Lucy.
Lucy.
I think it was
Her name was Lucy.
Lucky. No, Lucy. Lucy.
Lucky. You see him finally take off his cloak or his hood, and you see an almost spitting image of King Drakard.
Draggard.
He says, "That is a name I have not heard in some time."
That's great. Wait, what?
He says, "I am more than likely not the king you know, but I, like I've told you, I was the original wielder of the axe."
Family Jade's ass on very well. Did you have a son?
I did. Before my death and before my, servitude to Hades. Do you promise to pass on the message?
Of course.
There's one
Lucy
more.
was a great.
You
was
said
a great kid.
Good. And then one more thing that you must let them know. The shears are still in the same position. Let them know that as well.
So you want us to let them know that they're doing a good job and that the shears are in the same position.
That is correct. Perhaps they will award you what you may be seeking to find the shears.
So I don't know if you have like much like attachment to your old family, but just in case, I don't know if you could be petty if we ever like send the person who killed your son to here. His name was Sevlar. He poisoned your son. At least I think that's how it happened in this world.
Sevlar. As a ferryman, I am not allowed to hold grudges, even if he did kill my kin. I must only treat him as I do the others. But I appreciate the thought. Anyway, to get you home. He looks over to Jade and says, "You have the means necessary to bring each one of your friends home."
Yes.
You just said yes.
Yeah, like that's a truthful statement. Yes.
Then you should know what to do.
Is there any other ways you know besides the thing that Jade has?
Says,
I
Well,
bet he could send us back.
would that not be the easiest route for you?
Kind of like.
Wouldn't
explore
you
your
just want to
options.
send us back, though?
Says, you have the gem, do you not?
Oh,
Yeah.
astral projection.
Oh.
I forgot Jade.
Astral projection
Yeah, what
doesn't
does this
send
thing
us
do?
back, does it?
Read the description of the
Think about
spell.
that.
I don't know this
Astral
spell.
projection. You and up to 8 willing creatures within range project your astral bodies into the astral plane. The material bodies you leave behind is unconscious and in a state of suspended animation. It does not need food or air and doesn't age. Your astral body... Yep, there you go. Your body... Hold on.
There's the whole thing.
Yep, there it is. Your astral body resembles your mortal form in almost every way, replicates your game statistics and possessions. The principal's difference is the addition of a silvery cord that extends between your shoulders, your shoulder blades, and trails behind you, fading to invisibility after 1 foot. The cord is your tether to your material body. As long as the tether remains intact, you can find your way home. If the cord is cut, something that can happen to it. If you go down a bit, it says basically if you travel through a portal
so
to
we
another
can go
plane, your material body follows along with it.
Okay.
Wait,
you
Jade, you've had
you
this
just-
the entire time?
I'll be honest, I forgot.
You could have
In my
used this for
defense-
scouting as a rogue.
Your Honor, in my defense, I forgot.
Yeah, basically, this sends you and up to 8 people in your astral form into the astral plane.
I
And
can
then you
only do
can-
this once per week, Brillo.
Yeah, once per week.
Do you want me to use this to scout?
In case we're in a situation that calls for it, yeah.
Technically, you wouldn't be able to scout since your spirit would go into the astral sea. And then once you cross over into another plane of existence through there, your body follows along with it.
Alright, Brillo, I don't think there's a way that I could have used it to scout. Also, I'm really good at sneaking around. I think I can just do that.
One day we might need this. Don't forget it, okay, buddy?
No, I won't. I'm sorry I forgot about it, but let's
I mean, today's the day you need it, and this is the first time I think it's become incredibly useful.
yeah, so let's do this, eh?
Okay, B.
I'll cast Astral Protection without spending a spell slot, and it has to be willing creatures, so I'm choosing the party.
Is everyone here willing?
Yes.
I guess so.
If you're not willing, I'm gonna be very upset.
I leave my owl to go hang around with Court as long as it's around, so at least he has like some distraction while we're gone.
Okay.
And while he's
So-
casting, I guess can we take a short rest?
Well, for the gem, it works instantaneously.
Oh, cool, lit.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Bypasses the 1 hour casting time. Basically, you cast astral projection as your bodies are shot into the astral sea. And you can see the silver cords behind each one of you as you feel yourselves floating, and you can see all the different universes floating amongst the astral sea. In fact, even off in the distance, you can see the platform where Cronus sits upon it, watching time flow, sitting within his own little sphere. You're looking at all of the different versions of the universe, including each of your own homeworld material planes.
Whoa.
Remember, if you all could go to different worlds if you wanted, but once you go there, you are there, not everyone else.
So what universes do we see in this?
You see all of them through the cosmological wheel. You know, you see Nine Hells, you see Mount Celestia, you see Beastlands, you see all the different material planes, including Lorvale, which Lorvale seems to be placed in a very strange location within the ethereal plane, rather than its own just material plane itself. That would be similar to what is it called? Where the Dragonlance modules take place, which is Kryn space, because it take place in the deep ethereal. But you see all your homeworlds, including Fail, including Gareth and Irk's homeworld. You see Arsvolt for Jade's homeworld. Basically, you guys can go anywhere you want at the moment.
I look at Gareth. Are you okay, Gareth?
For the moment, yes.
Well, at least we know how we can get ourselves to hell. To save your son.
This is true.
Which world do you want to go to?
What is
Oh my gosh, could we go? No, we couldn't go back to the original timeline.
No, so that's different. Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
to a
this is
different.
space, and then time is like different, right? Is
Yeah,
different
that's
dimensions.
Yeah.
what I realized. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to ask.
No, it was a good idea.
So Jade just can like hop to different universes. That's pretty freaking cool, Jade.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, he's just a planeswalker now.
Hey, you know how it is.
So I guess we're going back home, everybody.
You realize as floating here, you all have a chance to just go home. A chance to get back to your world, which was your goal to begin with. You didn't want to be here.
Wow.
That's
Brillow doesn't want to go home.
true.
He's a criminal.
Brillow's a wanted criminal.
I mean, it's a pretty easy choice for Urk. All his people, or at least all those that seem to have survived, are on Lorvale. So, for all intents and purposes, Lorvale is his home. And the people that he's come to know over the last several months are his new clan. So he's going to choose Lorvale.
I mean,
Not gonna lie, Lorville is like Hogwarts for Brillow, so
he got a letter.
a scarlet letter, but a letter.
Oh goodness.
it's
Gareth
gonna go
and
back
Jade.
with Urk because she's got to get answers from Ricefeld, and she feels like this is the best way to find them.
Gareth.
He's made a promise to not only stop the god killer, but to do a proper burial for our half-orc friend. So I must go back.
Don't worry, Gareth. After all this is over, and we save the world, we're gonna get your son. Whatever demon we have to beat.
As you all begin to float through the astral sea, and you begin a very fast descent into the deep ethereal, making your way into Lorvale, as you pass through this bubble that just almost pops, and you feel your bodies rushing back to you, being pulled by this silver cord.
Before we go back, before I go into the bubble, I just want to wave goodbye and say, "Bye, Kronos." Never answered my
this is
question.
boarding pass.
He looks over and goes, "Oh, damn it. They're here."
We'll try to see you in
Like
a
one of
week.
those kids doing on my lawn.
Bye.
He doesn't wave back. He's just trying to ignore you.
Oh wait, real quick before I go, are any of the gods dead yet? I'm trying to make sure so you don't die.
He just looks at you and says, "Leave."
Aw. Bye. I pop into the bubble.
You pop into the bubble as your bodies are being rushed back to you. This is like a state of euphoria for you guys, as everything is like exciting, but at the same time, it's just rushing by you. Normally, you would end up on a random part of the world doing this, but for plot's sake, you guys will literally end up right back where you entered.
In the Gnome Depot.
In the no, in the Lorvale, in the material plane.
Oh, okay, right.
As you end up right back
Oh, could we
in
have?
front of the door.
Wait, what were you saying?
Eric's gonna turn to Linnea.
Turns out you didn't need to hold the door after all. We were fine.
Linnea looks at all of you and says, "Where have you been?"
Are we god log?
It's been 2 days.
Shit.
I run over to the statue to see if he's still a statue.
Gobgool's not there anymore.
Yes.
He's what?
Gobgool's
that could
statue
be-
is no longer there.
Okay, hold on. How long has it been?
It's been 2 days.
Oh, okay.
You notice that the door
Eric's gonna
is
ask Linnea.
closed and Linnea has the key. Says, "The door closed after an hour.
Oh, that's good to know.
I
Thanks
thought
for
I lost you guys."
Thanks for keeping track
Well,
of
the
time,
good
buddy.
news is you didn't.
We've learned a lot.
Irk, time starts catching up with you very quickly. You no longer have exhaustion.
Oh,
So, Linnea, I have a stone. As I pull out my flying stone and satchel. In case we ever encounter your greatest enemy, I have something for it. A ladder.
She says, "This is actually going to be quite useful. Thank you, Brillow."
Yeah, in case you ever need it. But right now, I want to make sure it's something before I put it on you. Because last time I gave you something, you got cursed. Follow me.
Eric's gonna point to where the statue was.
What happened to Gobgool? Is he back?
As she's leaving, she says, "Yes, he's back on the throne and actually wants to talk to you, Irk."
Okay.
As Linnea begins to follow Brillow. Brillow, I'm going to
So-
give you control of Linnea's token so you can like move it around.
Thank you. So Brillow is gonna summon a sorry, I'm just gonna look through the wildfire. I mean, not the find familiar. Real quick. Sorry, I'm trying not to take too much time with this. He's gonna summon a seahorse.
Okay. You summon a
And-
seahorse. The find familiar
your
takes an hour, correct?
It's no in action with wild companion.
For find familiar? Oh, for wild
No.
companion.
Yeah, I'm not doing find.
Okay.
What I'm doing is exactly the find familiar spell, but I'm using a wild shape, which is
Okay.
it's the same but different.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
So Brillow summons a seahorse, and because it has to follow my commands, I attach the harness to it, and I have it fly around the tree that's near us.
It begins to fly circles around the tree.
Okay. It might not be
Isn't it
cursed.
dying 'cause it can't breathe.
Wait, you gotta order. I think the thing would be to order it to fly away from the tree, and then if it keeps getting drawn back, that's how you would know.
Can you fly like a egg shape around the tree? try not to hit the tree.
It begins to fly in an X-shaped formation, like around the tree and above the tree.
You know, I just realized it's probably asphyxiating and going through hell and following my commands at the same time.
It's just beginning to suffocate, but luckily, I don't think it has to breathe.
It's just flopping around in the harness.
Irkbluz, so you can bring Jade and Gareth with you if you would like to for talking to Gobgul.
Yes, I would like to.
So Jade, so Linnea, you want to try it out? Just bring it back to me when you're done, okay?
Try out the floating rock.
I think he meant Linnea.
Sorry, I thought I said Linnea. My bad.
Sorry, it's
all right,
I'm sorry.
I guess I'll give this a try. She like attaches the harness and it like grows to fit her, and then it literally looks like someone tied a bunch of ropes underneath a centaur and then attached it to a hot air balloon. It's like, I feel quite silly in this.
Brillow, what is that gift?
What is that? Linnea flying for the first time. Linnea's gonna look at this and be like, what did you guys do to me?
Oh my god.
Let me go ahead and switch the music over, though. Oh wait, no, we have the right music. Cool. Irk, as you, Gareth, and Jade approach Gobgul, he stands up and says, "You're back."
Yes, had to go to see Ferryman about magic axe.
He says, makes sense to me. I have important mission for you lot.
What kind of mission?
Says, well, our mole has given us some information. Apparently, the orc expert has arrived in Kotub. We must make sure this orc expert does not mess with raid plans. Go and find out who orc expert is, and make sure they don't mess up raid plans. Bring them back here if necessary so I deal with them.
You want them dead or alive?
Alive so I can make them suffer.
Legs broken or unbroken?
What kind of question is that? Broken, obviously.
Eh, I was just kidding. Of course it's broken.
It's always broken.
That way they can't run away. Very, very simple logic.
Sorry, skip his beat.
Says, anyway, we must hurry. Blood moon is soon.
Yes, it will be a glorious day of slaughter.
One can hope. Unfortunately, I must hide during Blood Moon.
Why is this?
During during Day of Blood Moon, I no longer have divinity.
So, you just like rest of us.
Yes.
Then you are still orc.
I am still orc.
Still better than any Tuskless they have in that town.
Still better than any Tuskless ever.
Indeed.
Begins to laugh.
be a curse?
So jaded.
A curse to your divinity?
What'd you say?
Is that a curse to your divinity?
Unfortunately, yes. When the blood moon is shown, divine power is negated from this realm.
Let me try something.
He says, "What do you wish to try?"
I wish to try and remove your curse.
He says, very well. But if you try anything funny, I will take your tongue.
I don't normally do anything that is funny. I'm usually quite serious.
Okay. He allows you to approach.
He will approach and place his hand on his shoulder. And he will cast Remove Curse.
You cast Remove Curse, and you can only hope that it worked.
I will observe you over this blood moon as I have cast a spell to remove your curse. Hopefully granting that you will still keep your divinity during the blood moon.
I hope so as well. I will trust you this once, Tuskless.
You can trust him. He is of my clan.
What is his name?
Gareth Waychild.
Gareth Waychild Torth. Is that correct?
Gareth Waychild, yes.
You forgot Torth.
He was.
What is Torth?
Gabgul looks over to you, Irkbluz.
They are still learning.
I understand. Tuskless no understand our culture.
He's not very well trained.
So unsophisticated.
Garrett's not very well trained.
Yeah, just not very well trained yet.
No, he's normally misbehaving.
Says, well then,
We're
go ahead.
no, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. I was gonna say, well
Sorry, I
then,
took a sip of water. Yeah.
you should probably get going. Once festival's in full swing, we don't know what will happen.
The only thing we can count on is the blood of the Tuskless.
Blood, 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 blood. As they start to chant, the Kuotoa and the orcs alike begin to chant the word blood. Blood, 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 blood.
Blood, 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 blood.
Hey, Urk, why are they all chanting blood?
Oh, 'cause we're gonna slaughter the Tuskless.
Urk, I'm Tuskless. This doesn't. Hold on a sec.
Oh, don't be
What?
silly. You're part of Urk's clan.
Okay.
He says,
You don't count.
Brillow, by this time, I think you would make your way over there.
Hi guys. Look at Linnea fly.
Linnea's over there just like floating around the building. She's like, this is really strange and not exactly normal.
Well, this is really just in case you encounter like a ladder. So, I guess get some practice.
Gobble
If you
looks
don't feel
over and
comfortable, you
goes,
can just.
huh, I've never seen horsefly that big.
I think she's an elk fly.
What's an elk fly?
Exactly. One of a kind, just like Linnea.
I don't get joke.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
So,
We
what are
do
you guys
that
talking about?
sometimes.
Says, you will be heading to Kotub to see Orc Professional and make sure they will not ruin plans.
Do you have any idea what they look like?
I do not, but I already don't like them.
So, we're to capture them alive, right?
That is correct, but broken legs are allowed.
Okay. What if we by any chance, because we get into a lot of like shenanigans as a group. What if we by any chance know them and they were doing it by accident?
I will allow trial.
Okay. Thank you for your graciousness. Because just in case, we know a lot of people and a lot of them aren't very smart.
He said a lot of
Thank
them
you.
aren't very smart. None of them are very well trained.
How
He
many
just-
times are we gonna quote that joke?
As much as we need
Many
to
as
until
it
it's no
takes.
longer funny.
It's never not gonna be funny.
I know it all started with
Yeah, you're
Linnea
answering
saying
that.
that about Brillow, and now it's gone on forever.
It was beautiful.
It's,
This is a good
it's what
one.
we call a running joke.
He
It ain't-
nods
it ain't
to
funny till it's
Brillow.
stopped.
A walking joke. Sorry, I'm gonna
So-
quit the campaign now.
It's okay,
That-
Squilliam.
Yeah, I was like, what was that laugh?
That's the
Damn.
Squilliam laugh. I knew
Yeah.
exactly what I was doing.
Would you guys like to begin to head to Kotub then? Or is there anything else you're wanting to do here?
I'm gonna get
No.
back my magic stone from Linnea, and then I'm gonna try it out. And while
Just to check. Sorry, go ahead, bro. I mean,
I was just gonna try to see if I can see Sheila. Or, yeah, is that her name?
Sheila?
What's the name of the person who's wearing orc face?
Caroline?
Caroline, thank you.
you.
Where did you get Sheila?
Hey, Sheila.
Listen.
Who?
Listen, it feels like the DM uses a Australian accent with her. At least that's how I have it in my head.
fair.
I didn't use an Australian accent.
That was Irish or like Scottish.
Yeah, it's like a Scottish accent. Is my accent that bad that it sounds Australian?
Listen, that's how it sounds in my head. It might not necessarily be the case.
Oh goodness. Anyway, you see Caroline as she's actually sneaking her way over to you guys. She seems to be sneaking over to Linnea currently.
Hi, Caroline.
She goes, hello. It's very nice to see you again.
Oh, that's pleasant of you.
Yeah. I have something to talk about with Linnea. So if you just give me a moment.
Okay, we.
Moment.
She goes over and seems to be having a very heated argument with Linnea.
I just leave my seahorse by them to hear their argument.
You hear she's like, "But you swore to me. You promised that you'd get me out." Linnea's like, "I'm sorry, we're not done yet. We have to wait until the raid." She goes, "Listen, I don't know how much longer I can wait." She goes, "Everything's starting to get kind of crazy here. I've been getting more angry than usual. I just can't handle it. Please, you have to get me out as soon as you can." I
I made a promise to you. We will get you out of here. Okay? Alright, I'm trusting you. But you have to hurry. They've been using me as a mole, and I've been having to give information about Kotub. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do. I know they're gonna raid it, but I think it's gonna be worse than you realize. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. You better pray to the gods that you can.
She begins to walk away.
Gareth. I try to fly over to Gareth, and I fly around him in circles.
You're flying over to Gareth?
As I said, I took the stone from Linnea.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So you fly over to Gareth. You're like hovering
So that's why I was
in
just
his
like,
face.
That's why I was saying wee around
Okay.
as I like dropped my seahorse. That's like still probably like
Gotcha.
gasping for breath.
Yeah.
Hey Gareth, you know any way to remove like magical curses or things like that, or know anybody that does?
I can't think of anybody, no.
Even though you just casted remove curse.
Because Caroline, she was kind of nice to me today, and I don't know if like she's cursed or not, but she's like turning green, and I could try like dispel magic, but I don't know if that will work. It
You
looks
wouldn't like Caroline when she's angry.
it looks more like a curse than it does look like a.
Stuff's getting real.
Is she wearing purple shorts?
Today I think it was just purple jeans.
Wait,
I don't really think she's wearing
Wha-
like shorts in the desert.
what? Wh-
I honestly wasn't looking because
Which-
I was just surprised that she said hello to me and was nice.
Where is sweet Caroline?
She seems to
Ba-da-ba-ba.
currently be heading back to Lowry, Curly, and Mo.
I can potentially remove a curse if it is a curse. But would it not get her in trouble with this encampment?
Well, she could, I guess, color herself green. They're not. I don't know if these orcs are really one for showering around here. So maybe she could get away with it. Irkbluz, you guys shower over here?
Sorry. I was true. Wait, what did you ask him?
You guys
If they
shower out here? Do orcs usually shower a lot, or not really?
We wash ourselves in water. Yes.
Often, or because we're gonna, I guess we're gonna try to like see if like we can remove Sheila's like thing, and like maybe we could try to get her
Only
to
when
make
we
herself
get
green.
dirty. If I can't smell it, then it's not dirty.
Fun fact: Urk is nose blind.
He has never bathed. Because by his logic, he has never gotten dirty.
That's true. No, he's got a point there.
If Urk not see dirt, then dirt not exist.
No, you can't just. That's not how that.
It's okay, Jade.
I.
Hey Jade, you got any skin dye in like your medical supplies and stuff?
Do I have a what?
Skin dye. You know, like
S-
something that she could like color her skin green, if we were able to remove her curse or thing or like potion thing. 'Cause she said she like
No.
fell into like a vat of like potions.
I have a plan.
No. I'm. What do you. I'm curious. What What medical kit would I have?
I don't know. You're the doctor.
Why would I have that? It's a medical kit, not a makeup kit.
Well, maybe you want to like you're trying to do surgery and you want to like color one organ like a color that you don't want it to get cut. I don't know. You're the doctor. I don't. I use magic.
Yeah, that would, you're the one with magic. That would make more sense. Just use magic.
What magic turns someone green? Think
I
about
don't know.
it.
You're
Need
the
logic.
wizard.
Polymorph?
Polymorph turns them into animals. Silly Gareth.
Silly.
I'm
Garrett.
gonna scream. I'm gonna. I need to go to college or something. This is
It just-
terrible.
Goodness.
Polymorph just says a new form. Does not say animals.
No, it says beast. Out of character.
Do we want to have like this whole conversation and stuff maybe while you guys are heading to Koto?
Yeah.
Oh, undoubtedly yes.
I think you guys just don't like understand magic. Except Gareth. I know Gareth understands. Like we can't really turn someone green. Right, Gareth?
Well, it depends on the severity of the magic.
Let's see. I'm gonna say technically the only thing that may work would be like color spray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gareth is a wizard.
Gareth is a wizard.
I mean, could you also theoretically coax Terra into producing like a dye plant that you could use to like
Tara's gonna
create
grow
natural
a
dyes.
spray paint tree for you guys.
Yeah, there you go. Just pluck a can of spray paint from the branches.
Well,
No, like don't they
yeah.
use like
Or
it's not aloe. There's like some kind of plant that they use, I know, for green dye.
Never mind, I
Actress?
see now. Never mind, I missed it the first time I read it.
Oh, because it's got to be a beast form.
Well, technically, isn't an orc a beast?
No.
Wow.
Orc is a is a
That's
huge-
offensive. That's offensive.
I mean, in 5.5, maybe. In normal 5th edition, I believe they're humanoids.
I thought in 5.5 they were Mexican.
Oh goodness! All right, we're gonna move on from this. we're gonna.
The game's being recorded.
It is being recorded.
Oh man. Actually, 4K.
Erk's
love-
not race.
I loved that though. That was
This
really
game is
funny.
being recorded for quality and training purposes.
Viewer discretion may
Quality and
advise.
insurance purposes. Yeah. We like to laugh here, guys. We like to laugh.
I like to have fun.
As you guys
Yeah.
are traveling through the desert again, during your first stop, you know, for a long rest, you guys can see that storm off in the distance that you've been seeing this whole time. It's pretty far off currently, over by the small little resting area that you guys have been at before. Gareth doesn't know about this resting area.
Oh yeah, that's a dragon, by the way, Gareth.
Nice.
Uh,
Let's see if I have reanimate dead.
That's the
What?
dragon's mother. I don't think you should mess with that corpse. But the storm itself is a giant blue dragon. Very scary.
Oh, I did know that. From when we came this way. I did know of them. giant blue dragon because I saw it in the store.
It's probably fine.
I can take it.
Urk really
Stop
believes that.
saying that.
And underneath,
You can't.
in that there's a, sorry, there's an oasis out there that we went, and then we kind of like went underneath to see the land of the Earth people. Uh, we did kind of piss them off. Uh, a lot happened while you were gone. Oh, Irkbluz, also congratulations, Irkbluz. You look a lot healthier than usual. You finally kicked the sauce.
I think so. No longer have shakes.
Oh, hey.
The shakes.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah,
You
Jade.
look
Why
like
weren't you able to help him with his like shaking issues? Aren't you a doctor?
It's withdrawal. The only thing that can cure that is time.
And what's the point of like being a doctor if you can't like cure exhaustion?
It's a time wizard. Why couldn't he give me more time?
Well, he was in.
Yeah, I
he
feel
was,
like that's
he was
the
like
better
in stone.
question.
He
What
was
is
stuck in
time?
stone.
No, he's
Time
got
is-
a good point.
Time is all just relative.
But Gareth was a stone statue for like the last week and a half.
No, I think he could have done something.
As a statue?
Yeah, probably.
I was
yeah.
coming up with a plan.
Yeah, exact. See, he gets it.
Yeah, so he was doing something.
Yeah, so he was coming up with a plan. See, I told you, he was doing something.
But you're a doctor.
Well, that's what I said.
Why couldn't you do anything?
No, I did. I was
So
coming
just,
up
like-
with a plan.
I think that only works out with Gareth. I don't think that's a good excuse for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an excuse, it's just the truth.
The last time you came up with a plan, you shot someone in the knee. I don't think that was a good plan.
Irk thought
Actually, I
it
think
was
the
good.
last time we came up with a plan was when I astral projected us all the way back here.
I don't think that was you. I think that was the boatman.
Brillow is right. He is the one that suggested using the Astral Stone. You were just the object of which perpetuated the plan.
It was a good job though. Like you did great casting a spell. I didn't even know you could do magic with your
Yes,
being a
5
doctor.
stars. 5 stars. Definitely would recommend to all of my friends.
Yeah, you're great. You might have some potential in magic.
Oh, Gareth, actually, I just wanted to quickly ask, like, did petrification also, like, fix your back? Because, like, I swear, I feel so much better.
Sometimes. It depends on how many times it happens to you. I feel the second
Yeah,
time
but,
was
like-
not quite as effective as the first.
Okay, I get it.
Well, I don't
Oh my
I don't know
God.
if Gareth is the person you should be asking for posture advice. He is kind of like hunched over.
Oh,
Is this
goodness.
idea a day spa that is runningly petrified people who are then unpetrified and it solves all their back problems?
My
Better
than
arthritis
a
is
chiropractor.
gone. It's the
That's a-
same as like people going in to get steroid shots for like ligament pain or like joint pain and stuff. But the more you do it, the less effective it becomes.
Exactly.
That's a
Temple
very
healers hate
costly,
this one neat
like-
trick.
That's a very costly procedure.
It is very costly. During this
Exactly.
whole conversation, you guys eventually make it to Kotab, as it took you a day and a half travel. And as you guys begin to approach into town, you see the streets are much busier than normal, as a lot of the shops have begun to get their sales back up. it seems that they're preparing for the Blood Moon Festival. And people are already coming in, like, getting ready for this festival, and they're super excited. One of the guards recognizes you guys. This is the guard that's been giving you trouble the whole time.
Oh, the one who I shot in the knee?
The one that you shot in the knee. He looks over to you and, like, he has a scowl for a second, but then, like, turns away and walks away with a limp. His knee never actually, like, fully healed.
That's right. That's right. That's what you
Walk
get.
away.
Just walk on by.
And you guys are beginning your way to the castle as you are trying to figure out more about this orc expert, in quotations. And the person who's going to be able to give you the most information is going to be the queen. This will be the first time Gareth actually sees the queen.
Oh my god, no way! I just remembered the queen.
There we go.
Oh yes.
I focused ping. I didn't know if you all can see it.
I can see.
Hold on, I'll focus ping. Boop. There we go.
Oh, thanks.
So right now, Brillow's wearing the harness like it's a man purse.
And you're just, like, floating.
No, I'm just walking on the ground just in case.
I
You guys-
love the idea of him floating, though. There's a
you-
very specific mental image that conjures up. Sorry.
No, you're
But
good.
But like when Brillow's idle, he's just he's like going on his like toes, like tippy toes, like looking like he has like really good balance.
You approach the queen as she looks at all of you and says,
My, I see that you have brought a new friend.
she gestures towards Gareth.
Ah, yes. Gareth, at your service. As he bows.
It is a pleasure to see you, Gareth.
Yes.
What brings all of you to my humble court?
As you see her reach over, oh, I have to add this in. You know what? No, we'll do it this way. So you go ahead and begin to talk, Gareth, or anyone who's wanting to explain what they need.
No, just keep.
How you doing today?
I
Wait.
am doing well. Is there
Sorry, Your Majesty. I apologize.
anything that you would all need?
Well, we came to
Gareth,
try to
keep
introduce
going.
our friend to you. I don't know if there's anything else we're looking for.
Says,
You just came here to say hello.
as Gareth, you watch as Queen Ivory reaches over to the glass next to her, slowly begins to pat it as it falls off of the table and shatters on the ground. Shatters into hundreds of little pieces of glass. And you watch as Joe the janitor comes over and sweeps up the glass.
It's really an efficient system.
Wouldn't it been more efficient to just drink the contents than smash it on the floor?
You notice
No,
that
no,
the
no,
cup was
no.
empty. There was nothing in it. Jesus.
Your Majesty. Don't you think it would be
Yes.
more fun, to if you put something inside the glass before you like crush it, then it's like all over, and then like you can see like how the water changes the shape of the glass and makes a nice new sound.
I have not thought thought of that.
Gonna make
I
No.
appreciate your input.
Such a good bit.
Brillow, that poor guy.
Penelope, I need you.
Yes, Penelope rushes back in. Says,
I'm sorry it's taking so long, madam. I'm retrieving your new glass now. She says, please fill it with a liquid, preferably water, so that I may continue to break it, and it will create different sounds. As you wish, Your Majesty. Joe, I will, I will be grabbing you a mop as well.
he goes, it's part of the job.
He's so chill about it. I love him. Why did you do this to him, Brillow? He didn't deserve it.
Anyway, if this is all that you are here for, unfortunately, I will have to ask you to leave, as I have an important meeting with our orc expert.
Oh, I've never been an orc expert before. Can I meet them and say hello?
He says, you absolutely may. Jade chills run down your spine,
No.
and you feel yourself go pale. As walking out from the hallway, it's almost in slow motion as the steps are slow. You see Dr. Reisveld walk out from the hallway and say, "Ah, my daughter, Jade. It's a
Somebody
pleasure
hold
to
me
see
back.
you again." And that is where we're going to end the session.
Someone hold me back.